Welcome into Columbus, where we are getting ready for Level 2 of the high school football playoffs, as Columbus is hosting West Salem in a matchup of two of the best teams in Division 4, a 2-seed versus a 3-seed. Video of our high school football game of the week streams live on the ESPN La Crosse app at espnlacrosse.com and on the ESPN La Crosse YouTube channel. It's brought to you by Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC. Union State Bank, 120 years of financial strength. Happy to sponsor our Game of the Week live video stream. We expect it to be a dandy here tonight. West Salem and Columbus. Yeah, we'll get Scotty's thoughts in just a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. Right. One of the best games in the state here on ESPN La Crosse.
As we get deeper into fall, it's a great time to head to Ace of Holman. Right now, a full line of both Steel and Ego leaf blowers, both battery and gas leaf blowers. And while we might not want to admit it, don't wait for the snow to fly this winter. It's coming. Get your snowblower tuned up right now and ready at Ace of Holman, located on Holman Drive.
Man, it is really coming down out there. You might want to slow down.
Hey, this is a four-wheel drive. It can handle this downpour.
I told you to slow down.
Honey, are you okay?
I'm fine, but our vehicle sure is a mess.
No matter how it happens, for expert repair of your vehicle, there's just one place to go. Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem. Derek will deal with your insurance company, making repairing your vehicle simple, easy, and hassle-free. When this happens, the place to take your vehicle for expert body repair is Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem.
At Ultra, we believe in financial health and that good habits start early. Learning how to save and spend responsibly can make a big difference in a child's life and yours. Give your child the independence they want with Ultra's Live Your Life Spend account. It's a free account designed for money-savvy teens and young adults with all the extra features you'll love. No minimum balance and no monthly fees. Free online and mobile banking, plus cashback debit card rewards. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
It's finally here. Football. The fall season. Last-minute projects before winter. And Bobcat of the Coulee region has the equipment you need to get it done. Skid steers, mini excavators, compact tractors, or whatever else you might need for your to-do list this fall. Let Bobcat of the Coulee region help you master that list with Bobcat's industry-leading equipment. As you dig into your project, stop at Bobcat of the Coulee region or bobcatofthecouleeregion.com.
Crossroads Ice Cream Parlor is proud to be an official game day sponsor of Coulee Region Sports. Every Friday, present your student ID and get $2 off every single item on our menu. Turn our $3 Kid Scoop into a $1 Kid Scoop when you present your student ID. Celebrate the football season with us at Crossroads.
When you're faced with a challenge, how you respond determines the real winners. Real Mutual believes there's something more important than just winning or losing a game. They believe that the team, school, and fans who support their athletes with dignity and class are the true champions. Real Mutual is a proud sponsor of the WIAA Real Mutual Sportsmanship Award since it started in 1965. From football to volleyball, soccer to tennis, the award recognizes more than team sportsmanship. It recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community as well. Visit realmutual.com/WIAA and see how our team and your community can work together to be true champions. Well, dealing with a little bit of a power surge.
Yeah, that was
kind of
very random. All of a sudden, all of our equipment went down, and we got it back up right away. But we're back up and running.
Good. We're ready to go.
And this truly is the land before time. Now that this official. Aaron, this field is very old school. This reminds me of like playing football in the 1960s. You know,
oh, you remember that?
Well, I wasn't born, but I've seen footage.
Are you sure? Oh, okay.
I've seen footage. Hey, now calm down. I'll calm down. I've seen footage, and this is a very, very old school field. And
we're the tallest people here.
Yeah, it's going to be. We are. This is going to be very punishing tonight for both of these football teams.
Man, this field looks like you're landing on cement when you're getting
tackled.
Yeah,
I tell you what, if you want to train to be a pro wrestler tonight, you're going to be doing it really hardcore because this field is going to be unforgiving tonight for both of these teams. And ironically, both these teams love to run the football. So it's such an interesting matchup. I really think this favors West Salem a little bit with their defensive style. I know you look at the numbers, and Connor Roach, 1,800 yards. He's fourth in the state. He has 30 touchdowns. He's third in the state in that capacity. But I tell you what, West Salem does a lot of things defensively that Columbus might not like. And last week I actually thought Arcadia didn't do a bad job, really keeping Roach under wraps, which was kind of surprising to me. It was actually just another cast of characters that really assisted with that. And again, when you look at a pistol-style offense that can run, you got Owen Cowell, Caleb Syme, Bobby Tracy. So you got other guys that can contribute on the ground. Here's the other thing. Peyton Powers, the quarterback, also a very good runner. However, the passing number's not very good for Columbus if you look at it from that perspective. 7 TDs, 6 picks, only a 79 quarterback rating for Powers on the season. So, who knows? I mean, Aaron, honestly, if you shut down the running game of Columbus, you got a really good shot at winning this ball game tonight. And Coach Olson he'll probably allude to that in the interview that you do with him, but that really favors West Salem's strength, I think.
Should be a good one. Two of the best teams in Division 4. They were second and third in the final coaches rankings in Division 4. Speeding and reckless driving are leading causes of injuries and deaths on Wisconsin roads. Whether you're an athlete or spectator, control your drive on the roads to keep all travelers safe. Don't speed, don't be reckless. Zero in Wisconsin. Together, we can save lives. Got muscle? Athletes of all levels need to train to build muscle and rebuild and repair muscle after they practice and compete. Containing 13 nutrients, white and low-fat chocolate milk's high-quality protein offers athletes an edge over traditional sports and other protein drinks. That's why so many professional athletes include milk as a core part of their training and recommend milk for aspiring athletes as well. Learn more at gonnaneedmilk.com, brought to you by Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin. We'll get to our Rural Mutual Insurance Kevin Carlson Agency Coaches Show when we come back on ESPN La Crosse 105.5, streaming live on YouTube.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Coulee region since 1983.
Dad has always taught to us service, satisfaction. The customer is always right.
If our drivers create the mess, they know enough that they clean it up. Our container lids are always shut, containers are always in a neat, orderly fashion, and we take pride in that.
We feel that's our customer, it's our waste, it's our container. It's got to get done. We can do whatever we can to make that happen.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Coulee region.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill in downtown West Salem. It's the place to meet your friends before and after sporting events.
Dave Hunt here. We pride ourselves on being a family establishment. Hunter's Last Chance is a place you can bring the whole family before the game, after the game, or anytime. Enjoy our delicious burgers, sandwiches, and pizzas.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, downtown West Salem. Stop in for their made-from-scratch daily lunch specials. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, serving up the best burgers around downtown West Salem.
Do you own a business, or do you maybe manage a business? Talk with Sherry at Noble Insurance in Onalaska. Noble Insurance specializes in business insurance, from larger commercial firms to banks to contractors, or much smaller businesses with only a few employees. As for the rest of us, we could all use some help from time to time on home, auto, or even life insurance. From a new home to a new teen driver, or even operating a business, Sherry can help you. Noble Insurance, just up the hill, Main Street, Onalaska.
Hey, it's Trevor from North Country Steak Buffet. We understand the picky eaters and the dreaded what's for dinner questions. Kids want pizza, mom wants salad, dad wants steak. Wednesday nights, we have all that, plus 3 wing flavors, Caribbean jerk, Frank's Red Hot, and even garlic parmesan for those with a mild taste bud. We also have white rice and a phenomenal beef and broccoli made by yours truly. Your kids will love the variety, and so will you. See all our menus at northcountrysteakbuffet.com, 2526 Rose Street, La Crosse.
Welcome back here to Columbus as we get ready for Level 2 of the high school football playoffs as Columbus hosts West Salem. Time now for our Rural Mutual Insurance Coaches Show, brought to you by the Kevin Carlson Agency in Holmen. For home, auto, life, and business insurance, contact Kevin Carlson. Once again, Ryan Olson, the head coach of the West Salem Panthers, joins us for the Coaches Show today. Ryan, before we get into this game against this tough Columbus team, I want to look back to last Friday when you got all that you could have asked for from the number 6 seed in Platteville. We talked a little bit about it last week before the game, how this isn't your typical 6 seed, and it was a tough game and a really good team last week.
Yeah, they're a very talented team. Their quarterback has done a phenomenal job all year. And he played very well in that first half, and they have some really good receivers, and they made some plays, and we helped them out. We turned the ball over twice early that really hurt us, and on back-to-back drives, and they converted into a couple big plays, and but I was really proud of our guys. That was the first time that we've really been down. We were down on Alaska week 1 by just we were down by a point, but this is the first time that we've been down double digits in a game, and we were able to come back and make one play at a time, and we're able to come back and get the win. So I was very proud of the guys.
How important is that to get that kind of game, to finally experience that for your team as you try to make a run deep in the playoffs?
Yeah, I'm hoping that was a huge thing for us for a couple things. That one, we can't come out flat. We can't put the ball on the ground and turn the ball over. But, at the same time, knowing that, we can come back and, we don't always have to play for a head. Obviously, from a head, obviously that's what we want to do. But, if we're behind, it's okay. We can come back and we can make something happen.
Cliche thing in sports is sometimes great teams have to just find ways to win, and that's kind of what you guys did last week. Now you have a tough game this week against Columbus. Like you said, you probably have to come out a little bit stronger than you did last week against this team.
Yeah, this Columbus team is a very good team. They are led by their running back, and he is a very, very talented running back. He's ran for 1,800 yards, I think, this year, and he is a real deal. He's real quick, shifty. If he gets to the second level, he's gone. He's got a ton of speed, and they're big up front and have some really good linemen, and they're a very good football team.
Yeah, Connor Roche, his name, and he's kind of been waiting in the wings at Columbus. They've had a pretty good lineage of running backs at that school. They know what they're doing with their running backs, how to get them space. What makes it so tough to stop their running game? Because they are a relatively one-dimensional team, or at least they want to be.
Yeah, about him, he's a little bit smaller of a guy. He can kind of hide behind that line. His line, they have a bunch of 6'4", 6'3" kids, and he's only 5'9", so he does a really nice job of kind of just settling in behind his lineman and then waiting for that hole, and then he hits it and goes. And they run a good scheme, and they know who they are and what their strength is, and their strength is running the football, and they've done that really well all year.
More of my conversation with West Salem head coach Ryan Olson when we come back on ESPN La Crosse 105.5, streaming live on YouTube.
St. Joseph Equipment in Norwalk has a full lineup of proven Bobcat equipment, helping you power through the most challenging jobs and toughest projects to get more done. Stop into St. Joseph Equipment in Norwalk to demo the latest in compact track loaders, skid steer loaders, excavators, and compact tractors from the leader in compact equipment. The factory-trained technicians at St. Joseph Equipment can provide the regular service that keeps your equipment running strong. St. Joseph Equipment, proud to be your authorized Bobcat dealer in Norwalk. 3-in-1 Construction, the name to remember for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. You see, 3-in-1 Construction specializes in three things: drywall, metal framing, and painting. If you have any one of those projects in mind, whether it be residential or commercial, call 3-in-1 Construction at 608-317-8615 or email Jared at 3in1construction.net. Contact 3-in-1 Construction for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. They're located next to the post office downtown West Salem.
Don't let banking be stressful. Union State Bank is a family-owned bank at the forefront of technology. Our mobile app lets you manage your finances on your time. Deposit a check, pay bills, manage your debit card, transfer funds, and receive real-time alerts. We bring banking to the palm of your hand so you can easily track your account wherever life takes you. At one of our locations or on the go, Union State Bank puts you first.
Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Prescription Center Pharmacy has moved from La Crosse to West Salem. The Prescription Center is now located in the same building as West Salem Health Mart Pharmacy on Highway 16, just across from Linda's Bakery. This compounding pharmacy is able to create medications specifically for you, your family, and your pets. The same great service and staff are still available. The only thing that's changed is the address. Call 608-788-4500 to learn how your compounding pharmacist can help you, your family, and your pets.
As we get deeper into fall, it's a great time to head to Ace of Holman. Right now, a full line of both steel and Ego leaf blowers, both battery and gas leaf blowers. And while we might not want to admit it, don't wait for the snow to fly this winter. It's coming. Get your snowblower tuned up right now and ready at Ace of Holman, located on Holman Drive.
Back to more of my conversation with West Salem head coach Ryan Olson as part of our Kevin Carlson Agency Coaches Show. Your strength on defense, though, is probably stopping the run. Last week, had to face a team that likes to throw the ball, not your favorite thing to go against, and you're kind of like, hey, we can stop the run, bring it on.
Yeah, when you look at these two teams on paper, we're very similar football teams. We both, we'll throw the ball when we need to and can throw the ball. I think we probably throw the ball a little bit more than Columbus does. They've thrown for about 800 yards on the year, and we're about 12 to 1,300 yards. But, when you look at rushing, they ran the ball for 3,600, and I think we're, right around that 2,800, 3,000, somewhere in there as well, too. So, on paper, we both really like to run the ball, and we both are good at stopping the run. I think, that's the tail of the tape, as you'd say, is that we both, are very, very similar. It's two very similar style football teams.
Tail of the tape, how much, when you're looking at film, do you look at the Aquinas games for both you guys? It's a common opponent for you guys. How much do you look at how they played Aquinas, how you played Aquinas, and try to bounce off of that?
You definitely, look at it. That was, way back in week 2 of the season. A lot has changed, for both teams, all teams, since then. And so, obviously you go back and you watch it and you see what Aquinas did, what, Columbus did, and things that worked, things that didn't work. And so obviously we've watched that game, and, it's nice to look a little bit closer games, that they've had in the past few weeks, and to look at those and see, what type of team they've developed into and what they've really hang their hat on and what their identity has become. And you can kind of see that as the season goes along, what their identity is, who they want to be.
Last thing here on this Columbus team, and we talked about Connor Roche, their star running back, 1,800, 1,900 yards this season. So it's going to be really hard to stop him. Another cliche, but you're probably just really going into it hoping to contain him and making their quarterback throw the football. 7 touchdowns, 6 interceptions this year. So he's shown a tendency to maybe throw the ball away a little bit. You just got to contain this running game, right?
Yeah, you're not going to stop him. He's very talented, and they're big up front. And, I think this is going to be one of those heavyweight fights where you stand in the middle of the ring and you trade punches, and that's what it's going to be. We've prided ourselves all year on our defensive run stoppers, and, with Landon Micklig and Miles Olson, Sawyer Brennigan, and Lucas Fry on the D-line, and then you add in our linebackers, led by Trevor Arms. That's really what we've really prided ourselves in, is, having 2 really good defensive ends and, a stud middle linebacker. And but, everyone's going to have to show up and play. And, like you said, you hope you contain them. And if he wants to throw the ball on us, then, that means that they're not able to run if they start throwing the ball, which would be a good thing for us.
Our Kevin Carlson Agency Coaches Show with Ryan Olson, head coach of the West Salem Panthers. Ryan, thanks for coming on, joining us, and good luck tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Our Rural Mutual Insurance Coaches Show, brought to you by Kevin Carlson Agency in Holman. For home, auto, life, and business insurance, contact Kevin Carlson. Kickoff of the Level 2 game between Columbus and West Salem is coming up next on ESPN La Crosse 105.5, streaming live on YouTube. You can find it all on our free mobile app.
Man, it is really coming down out there. You might want to slow down.
Hey, this is a 4-wheel drive. It can handle this downpour.
I told you to slow down.
Honey, are you okay?
I'm fine, but our vehicle sure is a mess.
No matter how it happens, for expert repair of your vehicle, there's just one place to go. Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem. Derek will deal with your insurance company, making repairing your vehicle simple, easy, and hassle-free. When this happens, the place to take your vehicle for expert body repair is Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem.
At Ultra, we believe in financial health and that good habits start early. Learning how to save and spend responsibly can make a big difference in a child's life and yours. Give your child the independence they want with Ultra's Live Your Life Spend account. It's a free account designed for money-savvy teens and young adults with all the extra features you'll love. No minimum balance and no monthly fees. Free online and mobile banking, plus cashback debit card rewards. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
It's finally here. Football. The fall season. Last-minute projects before winter. And Bobcat of the Coulee region has the equipment you need to get it done. skid steers, mini excavators, compact tractors, or whatever else you might need for your to-do list this fall. Let Bobcat of the Coulee region help you master that list with Bobcat's industry-leading equipment. As you dig into your project, stop at Bobcat of the Coulee region or bobcatofthecouleeregion.com.
Crossroads Ice Cream Parlor is proud to be an official game day sponsor of Coulee Region Sports. Every Friday, present your student ID and get $2 off every single item on our menu. Turn our $3 Kid Scoop into a $1 Kid Scoop when you present your student ID. Celebrate the football season with us at Crossroads Ice Cream Parlor, and let's start a tradition where the fun never stops.
Hi, it's James from Food Dudes in Holman, back again. Everybody seems to have a weekly special, but here at Food Dudes, we sort of go next level. We've ran over 90 weekly specials and haven't duplicated one yet. From the Big Country Breakfast Sand, to the Gambino Panino, to the very popular Sweet Mother of Garlic Parm. So when you stop at Food Dudes, try our weekly special, which likely means something you've never tried before and definitely something you'll absolutely love.
Food Dudes, Holman, fresh food fast.
Video of our high school football game of the week streams live on the ESPN La Crosse app, ESPNLacrosse.com, and the ESPN La Crosse YouTube channel. It's brought to you by Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC. Union State Bank, 120 years of financial strength. Happy to sponsor our game of the week live video stream.
You ready for a crazy train?
Hey, we're happy that this is our game of the week.
How about that, huh?
Two of the best three teams, most likely, at least judged on by coaches and a lot of people around the state. Best three teams in Division 4.
You could argue a couple of these teams might be the best. If you did a top 10 of state teams, I'd probably put these two teams in the top 10.
Columbus is in the all-red with the white helmets, striping, and lettering and numbering. West Salem in the white tops, black bottoms, black helmets with the orange lettering and numbering. And the Cardinals will kick off to begin from left to right. If you're listening on the radio, otherwise if you're watching, you knew that. Watch it on our YouTube channel, ESPN La Crosse 105.5. Columbus fakes like they're going to jump forward in a kickoff, and then they're going to back up into a normal formation. Seems like a lot to begin the game, but hey, trying to get some sort of advantage, and now they will kick it away. A little pooch kick is fair caught at the 31-yard line by Brennan Steinmetz. So West Salem will start there, just past the 30-yard line. Again, moving right to left here. The Panthers just narrowly beating Platteville last week. They won by 3. They scored the last 17 points of that game. And Evan Knoll, 27-yard field goal was the game winner with about 4 minutes left. And Columbus rolled through Arcadia as expected.
And they're facing a better defense this week in the Columbus Cardinals, who have the #1 sacker in the state of Wisconsin, Wire Graffin, as one of their top players. Also 22 tackles for loss, 14 sacks on the year.
Drew McConkey will begin the game by handing it off to Luke Beginski up the middle, and he is swarmed at the 33-yard line. Just guessing because there's no individual yard markers here at Columbus, just each 5-yard line. So we're kind of just guessing where the ball's being placed in between those.
And how about that? Aaron, we're using our common sense maybe to figure that out. Is that accurate?
I guess so.
I don't know.
33-yard line, 2nd and 8 for West Salem. Just getting our game started here tonight, level 2 of the high school football playoffs, Division 4. Beginski has the ball faked to him. McConkey will throw, and a wide open receiver, Makibo Anderson. Good move. He's got some open space. He can run, and he is tackled across midfield up to the 48-yard line of the Cardinals. Makibo Anderson getting involved early.
Yeah, and Columbus playing a really, really deep zone, almost a cover 3, and a good look there by McConkey, just finding the soft spot. And how about the footwork by Anderson after the catch, Aaron. That was impressive. And we've talked about McKeebo and his ability after the catch. We haven't seen it a lot this year. But, man, on that play, that was pretty impressive and a good start for the Panthers.
Made 3 or 4 guys miss at the spot of the catch. Trips right, and they're going to use the speed option. McConkey's going to keep it himself, muscle through, still on his feet. He breaks away from the tacklers inside the 45. There were 3 or 4 Cardinals swinging him in a circle, and he got out of it and got a good chunk on first down.
I'd say about 7 yards from my vantage point, and he broke the tackle of Connor Roach, who came up and played him from that corner spot. And a really strong run by a very, I would say, improving developmental quarterback in McConkey, who seems to get better every week. And last week wasn't one of his best games, and I'm sure he's looking to improve upon that this week.
Trips again out to the right. Lone receiver on the near side's Carter Pontius, their leading receiver. Baginski in the backfield, as always.
Man
and
coverage.
McConkey will throw. They got Pontius one-on-one. He's going to curl back. No call. McConkey throwing to the right side, diving catch is made over on the far side, outside the numbers. A diving grab for Jamison Skifton inside the 30 to the 29.
Good route by Skifton, too, and it looked like they were just running button hooks. However, like you said, they had Pontius on the deep route and also a lot of grabbing down there. I'm surprised they didn't throw a flag for incidental contact or illegal contact down the field on Columbus.
Great catch by Skifton. Sets up another first down for the Panthers.
Deeper zone here. They'll run in this play, I believe.
Inside the Columbus 30, and they will run it to Baginski up the middle. He is powering his way, and again, leaning forward inside the 25 to the 24 to gain a 5.
Good run by Baginski. Good job by that offensive line. And, you know, Luke Ruby hasn't really gotten a lot of attention this year, but, man, he's a really good center for this Panthers defense.
Our Kevin Carlson Agency Player of the Game last week, Luke Baginski, had over 200 yards of total offense, couple scores, and I asked him, what leads to you falling forward on every play? Notice, throughout the game, he never gets tackled backwards. Credit that with Luke Knoll, the old West Salem running back who's on the staff. Throw across the middle, looking for Pontius. He's tripped up at the line of, or rather the end zone, and no call.
He slipped. That's why there wasn't
incomplete.
A call. Yeah, he slipped coming out of his cut, and so did the corner. So
they had it for sure.
They did. If he stays on his feet, that's a touchdown. I like the play call in that situation.
So that's up 3rd and 5. They got to get into the red zone, into the 19-yard line for a first down. Just getting started, 9:23 to go, first quarter, 0-0. Opening drive for the Panthers, and they're on the move. McConkey will give to Baginski up the middle. He'll pick up the first down. Just falling forward again. Roach with the tackle. And he's down to the 18. It's a first down, as I mentioned, 3rd of the drive for West Salem.
I really think Columbus is testing their fate here, running man coverage on Pontius. At almost every play, they've got man coverage on 15. Again, you don't want to throw the ball all over the yard because that's not what you do really efficiently that great, but it's there for them. And again, look at man coverage again.
And they will give to Baginski up the middle again, breaking tackles as he moves forward inside the 15 to the 14-yard line for a gain of 4.
On the play, Jack Roelke in there on the tackle. Gain of about 4 on the play. We're going to call it 2nd and 6.
This PA guy sounds like a lead singer for a rock band. They got lights here that look like smiley faces in the background, too.
Yeah, that one over by the far side pylon, that back corner.
Let's just say I'm never going to forget this experience.
2nd and 6 for the Panthers. Split wide receivers to each side. It's
nice
going to be Baginski up the middle, leaning forward again, up to the 10. And it'll be 3rd down and 2, we'll call it.
That was a good cut, though. Coming off the backside of the left guard.
3rd down and 2.
And this defense for the Cardinals is pretty good, especially up front. That's their strength. However, their secondary, even though they have some good numbers back there, they're susceptible.
3rd and 2, definitely go for it territory on fourth down if they don't get it, and they will give to Baginski right up the middle, easy with the first down, spinning inside the 5, down to about the 2-yard line, and the Panthers have first and goal on their opening possession.
Another good run, and we talked about how good Salem's O-line has been all year. This opening drive is really showcasing that, I think, right now, because Columbus really hasn't been bad against the run all season, and they are getting pushed around right now.
Another light box, it's looking like, for Panthers if they want to run. They're going to Baginski up the middle, pushing forward. He's going to be just shy. They're going to mark him down inside the 1-yard line. That'll be second and goal from about the half-yard mark. Well, as close as you can get without getting in will be where that ball is placed.
What I like about this, though, is that the drive is taking a lot of time here.
Under 7 minutes left in this first quarter. Handoff, Baginski again. He's blown up. Did he get in? Second effort, yes! Luke Baginski scores! And the Panthers go all the way down the field on their opening drive and take a 6-0 lead with 6:40 to go in our first quarter.
Yeah, with Salem doing a good job, just doing what they do, running the football.
Evan Knoll on for the extra point. As I mentioned earlier, he had the game-winning 27-yard field goal last week in their win over Platteville. Kicked it with about 3:55 to go. They've had some troubles with extra points, though, this year. Not necessarily missing left or right, but some line drive kicks into the linemen. Good procedure this time as he drills it, and it's 7-0 West Salem. 6:40 left first quarter. First time Columbus will touch the ball when we come back on ESPN La Crosse.
6:40 remaining in the quarter.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Cooley region since 1983.
Dad has always taught to us service, satisfaction. The customer is always right.
If our drivers create the mess, they know enough that they clean it up. Our container lids are always shut, containers are always in a neat, orderly fashion, and we take pride in that.
We feel that's our customer. It's our waste. It's our container. It's got to get done. We can do whatever we can to make that happen.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Cooley region.
Back here at Columbus, right next to the, I don't know if we call this Columbus High School. Yes, we can. It's right in the backyard, the opposite side of their backyard.
They got like I know we can't see it now, it's dark, but there's like a cabin back here. And I thought Halloween was yesterday.
Well, that's still up. They didn't take it down.
I'm glad that the light on the front door is off, because I would not go to that door for candy. Let's just put it that way. I shouldn't be eating any candy, honestly.
I just went and bought a bunch of candy today.
Did you?
Yeah.
It is the
discounted.
Day. It is the day.
Squib kick by the Panthers is picked up by Jordan Mabry. Gets around the corner with a stiff arm. He's got some space and a blocker down the sideline. He's tackled out of bounds by Drew McConkey, the kicker, who might be a little banged up making that tackle. Looking at that left arm area, and it's a great return by Mabry past midfield, and they will have great field position at the West Salem 46.
Yeah, the story there, though, is you hope McConkey didn't seriously injure anything on that play. Great return for Columbus.
Great field position. Line of scrimmage right down in front of us. And in the pistol is Peyton Powers, the quarterback, handing to Colin Roach. He breaks through some tackles, spinning down across the 45 to the 42-yard line. Roach sat behind the WIA's all-time leading rusher for a couple of years.
As a sophomore, though, he had 550 yards and 9 touchdowns, which is pretty impressive.
Because they were blowing everyone out. They didn't need to give it to Colton Brunell over and over and over.
And Brunell's a legend, but then I kind of wonder if he was nicked up last year because he only had 200 yards rushing. So you could debate that. I don't know. But Roach is quite the talent at 5'6", buck 60, I believe, buck 90. He can move.
Ball at the 42 after a gain of 4.
Here's
it's a
that
stretch
sweep.
run to Roach, trying to get outside.
Good
Contained
job
by
by
the Panthers. And it's Jackson Williams swinging him out of bounds. It's a loss of 1 for Roach.
3rd down and 7.
Yeah,
5'9", 160. Ryan Olson said he can just hide behind his lineman.
And that's what they tried to do on that sweep, and they run that a lot. They like to kick out Ray Guerrero, 72, have him come out and seal. That time, though, we've talked about it for many weeks. It is hard to run outside against the Panther defense. That's why I like this matchup.
And the pistol again, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right with a tight end fullback over towards the left side, and it's going to be a throw for Powers.
Good protection.
Going across the middle,
Good
overshoots his receiver, Jackson Williams, in coverage. And it's incomplete, looking for Mabry, and it's 4th down and 7. We'll see what Columbus wants to do.
Mabry actually got behind Williams on that play. Williams actually just could have stuck with him and maybe had a chance at an interception, but he jumped the ball too early that time.
Looks like it's going to be a punt for Columbus.
Watch the
Not
fake,
really
though.
Sure. Now they're going to go for it. It looks like they were way farther back.
Notice
the quarterback Powers.
Salem didn't pull their defense. They just ran kind of a safety play.
And a whistle. Timeout. They wanted to see if West Salem would jump or change their defense, and they played a regular straight-up defense. Columbus will punt after the timeout, most likely when we come back.
Hi, it's James from Food Dudes in Holman, back again. Everybody seems to have a weekly special, but here at Food Dudes, we sort of go next level. We've ran over 90 weekly specials and haven't duplicated one yet. From the Big Country Breakfast Sand, to the Gambino Panino, to the very popular Sweet Mother of Garlic Parm. So when you stop at Food Dudes, try our weekly special, which likely means something you've never tried before and definitely something you'll absolutely love.
Food Dudes, Holman, fresh food fast.
Back here at Columbus, we'll see what the Cardinals want to do. They were hoping, I think, that West Salem was going to be in punt formation, but they weren't. So now
Streaming Hair Nation out here.
They're going to go for it. They're in the pistol formation. Powers doesn't throw well necessarily. He throws a good ball, but
they had really good
7
protection
touchdowns
on
and 6
that last
picks,
play,
yeah.
and that's something they need to be very cautious of.
4th and 7. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, and they will throw with Powers. He's looking left, still looking across the middle. It's caught, and it's going to be short of a 1st down. I would believe, based on where the mark should be, where the side judges are coming in, it's going to be just short, and it's going to be West Salem football, turnover on downs.
And that's a really, really big stand for the Panthers.
The 1st down, and therefore it is Panther ball.
Catch made by Griffin Corrado. Doesn't make a ton of catches this year.
In between 3 people.
Only about, I think it was 5 or 6 catches all year, but he's a big target and just wasn't able to get to the marker.
Well, let's see who comes out here as quarterback, because looks like I see Baginski running out here. It is.
So Baginski going to take over at quarterback. He was the quarterback last year. Drew McConkey a little banged up after that kickoff. And they will hand it off up the middle, and it is swallowed up. Big number 70, Wyatt Graffin with the tackle.
And that's the guy you got to watch. Graffin is definitely a guy that you need to ensure you block on every single play. He has 22 tackles for loss and 14 sacks on the season, Aaron. He leads the state in sacks.
He's a big kid.
And he's got a great first step, and I'm sure you saw that right away.
So a loss of 2 on the carry. Carry went to Isaiah Lack, who doesn't get much run at running back, that's for sure. And it's going to be a throw for Baginski. Looking, now rolling out. Roach on him, throwing off his back foot. Pontius comes back and makes a bobbling catch right at the 49-yard line. over Mabry. That's the size for Carter Pontius.
What a great catch by Pontius and a dangerous, dangerous throw by Baginski. But again, like you said, he utilized the size factor of 15 to let him use that body to get that football.
Pontius' first catch goes for a first down, the 5th already for West Salem with just under 4 minutes to go in our first quarter.
Chewing that clock, too.
So a little bit of different here. McConkey on the kick return from Columbus. Got a little banged up, it looked like. Luke Baginski moves from running back to quarterback, and he takes the ball himself and pulls it. Good juke move at the 45. He's got some space with Pontius blocking for him, and Luke Baginski down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 26 on first down.
Yeah, great run.
Finally tripped up there by Mowbray on a play. Deep into Cardinal territory.
And he almost used that like a trap, Aaron, on the inside, how they kind of set that up. And a really good delayed move by Baginski and a couple good cuts. And that's the dangerous factor of having him in at quarterback is he's really elusive and a little bit more of a skill set in that capacity than McConkey. However, you would argue McConkey might be the better passer of the two.
Oh, yeah. Luke Baginski more of a weapon, you could say. They moved him to running back this year. Lack in the backfield with them, and they will give it to Lack up the middle, breaking a tackle initially and just bullying his way forward to the 23-yard line for a gain of 2.
Yeah, Lack doing a good job getting the shoulder down, and another run blitz by Columbus. They're almost, just trying to get some penetration on this West Salem offensive line, who has really won so far this first quarter.
What a benefit, though, to have Luke Baginski just move over to quarterback. He's got a full year plus of quarterback under his belt. Not a lot of teams could handle this situation as well as the Panthers can.
Right, and that's the interesting factor about they could interchange both those guys if they really wanted to.
2 receivers left, 2 right for Baginski at quarterback. He will fake the handoff, roll right, look back left, pressures on, throws off his back foot into the end zone, and it is incomplete. Carter Pontius slipping down again. It's the same spot that he slipped down at the goal line the first possession.
Yeah, Pontius just, I don't know if he's losing it in the lights.
It'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
Man, he was wide open. Him as well as, I believe it was Mabry again down there, both slipped down, except Pontius was right next to the football when it came down to his hands.
I mean, it's almost like he just lost it. He lost his footing and he lost the ball. That really should have been a touchdown for West Salem.
Same spot as the first possession. Now, we did say at the top, this field isn't in the best condition, as we'll continue that conversation when we come back. West Salem needs a little bit of a 30-second break here, so we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. West Salem's 3rd and 8 when we come back.
G&T Heating and Air Conditioning customers have a way with words.
Jeff and I decided to build our own house, and it was really important for us to choose subcontractors that were trustworthy and reliable and work with our schedule to get the job done in a timely manner.
We went with G&T because they're a local family-owned business. They have a great reputation, and we knew they'd get the job done.
Whenever I get asked who I would recommend for an HVAC specialist, hands down, I always recommend G&T.
3 things that come to my mind with G&T is they have quality work, great communication, and reasonable prices.
Whether you're looking to buy or sell, Chris Riggles with RE/MAX in Onalaska would love to talk with you. Contact Chris with RE/MAX in Onalaska. 3rd and 8, ball at the 23 of Columbus for West Salem. They got their traditional set. 2 receivers right, 2 left, with Lack in the backfield with Baginski. Send a man in motion. Max Diegman fake the handoff. It's Baginski up the middle, breaking tackle, still on his feet, juking through at the 15, down to the 10-yard line. Luke Baginski's doing what he does best, breaking tackles and picking up another first down.
Man, Baginski is just playing like a man possessed in this first quarter. That was a beautiful run, and it looked like Columbus had that studied very well. They had penetration. Baginski just made that happen with the footwork. And a lot of patience being shown here by the Panthers.
Well, here's another thing. Columbus has been looking for handoffs to Baginski all this time. Now your defense is playing against a guy who's keeping it instead of
So
giving
how do you
the
adjust
handoff.
your defense, right?
Lone receiver way out wide right is skipped in. The other 3 wide receivers are tight trips to the left. It's going to be a quarterback power and Baginski trip down.
Man, this field is definitely rough, and you know that's something you don't really think about when you're going into a game plan is the field conditions too often than not. But man, there's been a couple things that haven't gone the Panthers' way early in this ball game.
We're going to say it's a loss of 4, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 14-yard line, about 13.5-yard line here. .110 and counting on our first quarter clock. West Salem's had the ball for most of this quarter. Baginski will look to throw. Looking right in the pocket, rolls out. He's got time and space, still looking, fires into the end zone, tipped and intercepted. It's picked off on the far side by Luke Call as he's tackled out of bounds. He tipped it to himself, and it's the first turnover tonight.
Yeah, that was a great play by Call that time. He just read what Baginski was doing, or actually, excuse me, yeah, Baginski, I got it right, but man, that was just a great play on the football. All right. And again, that Pontius slip is looming huge now if Columbus can score on this drive.
So Columbus takes over at their own 14-yard line. It's going to be a run around the outside by Powers. Broke a tackle initially, and then coming over to clean everything up was Mason Chambers.
Gets out to the original line of scrimmage.
So back to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of nothing for Powers.
Yeah, another good job by West Salem's defense to control the edge play. Because Columbus really likes to use those edges, and they haven't been able to do that tonight so far.
Receiver on each side for Columbus in the pistol. Powers will hand off Roach up the middle, and he is stopped. Sawyer Brennigan is the guy who takes him down just across the 15 to the 16. They'll say 2 yards as we complete the
Look at Brennigan here, though, real quick, Aaron. That's like a sack lunch right there.
Swallows him up and takes him down. It'll be 3rd and 8 to begin the second quarter when we come back. West Salem 7, Columbus 0.
G&T Heating and Air Conditioning customers have a way with words.
Jeff and I decided to build our own house, and it was really important for us to choose subcontractors that were trustworthy and reliable and work with our schedule to get the job done in a timely manner.
We went with G&T because they're a local family-owned business. They have a great reputation, and we knew they'd get the job done.
Whenever I get asked who I would recommend for an HVAC specialist, hands down, I always recommend G&T.
3 things that come to my mind with G&T is they have quality work, great communication, and reasonable prices.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Cooley region since 1983.
Dad has always taught to us service, satisfaction, the customer is always right.
If our drivers create the mess, they know enough that they clean it up. Our container lids are always shut, containers are always in a neat, orderly fashion, and we take pride in that.
We feel that's our customer. It's our waste. It's our container. It's got to get done. We can do whatever we can to make that happen.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Cooley region.
Second quarter here, 7-0 West Salem. Columbus has it, 3rd and 8 at their own 16-yard line. Powers in the pistol, Roach behind him, low snap. Collects, Powers dumps it off into the flat. Roach is there in space, and he'll pick up the first down as Chambers brings him out of bounds. And Connor Roach in space, not really ideal for a defense.
No, and that's really a smart play design because they kind of spread out with Salem's defense and then just let Roach do his thing on just a simple, dump out. And in space, like you said, Aaron, he's electric. He's got great feet. His speed is outstanding, and that's why he has 1,800 yards rushing on the year.
First down of the game for Columbus. And he'll hand off up the middle. Roach, his best run of the day, up to the 30-yard line. Gain of 4.
Again, West Salem, I think, doing an outstanding job defensively so far against Columbus.
Well, when you hold a team to 0 first downs in the first quarter, part of that is ball control on offense.
Should be up 14-0 right now.
Powers will hand off. Roach again with space, jumping through. First down, still on the move, past the 40, up to the 42-yard line, a gain of 12.
This Columbus team, known for running the football, of course, they won a state championship in 2022. They don't like to deviate too much from it. It's what they do.
And they like using one guy to run the football. Powers gives it to that guy again. It's Roach bouncing it outside, turns the corner, breaking a tackle across midfield. Tackle down right at the first down marker in the infield dirt of the baseball field across the way. And it's going to be a first down.
Slow to get up, and that's the thing. It's a cold night. This stadium, this field is going to be very impactful on a guy like that who's 5'6", $190. That's not going to feel good, and they're going to pull him off the field for a minute.
So a 10-yard gain. Caleb Syme comes in.
This is one thing about my body. I'm built for this kind of weather. Look at this, Aaron. I'm all comfed out tonight. Comfy.
Oh, yeah, except if you're getting thrown on this grass over and over and over.
I got 3 shirts on.
They will give to Syme. He's hesitant up the middle.
Brannigan
and he'll get 2 yards, we'll say, to the 45.
Takes it to the 45-yard line.
On Syme's first carry with Roach over on the sideline.
Sawyer Brennigan is having himself a first half, though. They're having a lot of problems blocking him in that area.
Another handoff to Syme, trying to bounce outside. He will get outside, cut back inside the 40, muscling his way towards the first down marker. And it's going to be a first down. Gain of 8.
Yeah, good run by Syme. I thought West Salem had a pretty good beat on him penetration-wise, but he made a nice move. Broke a tackle, got the first down.
So no first downs in the first quarter. 4 of them on this drive already, the first 2:15 of the quarter.
And Roach is still not back.
Syme will not get the handoff. Power's going to keep it, trying to get outside. He's thrown out of bounds at the 32-yard line by Luke Baginski.
Yeah, and the Cardinals want a flag on that, but that was a pretty clean hit.
Ball at the 32, gain of 5. And no individual yard markers here. Kind of just guessing where the officials are putting it down.
This is how football was played in the 50s.
Handoff Syme. Up the middle, he is blasted again as he is thrown backwards by Sawyer Brennigan.
My goodness.
Nothing on the carry, 35.
Look at this. Brennigan just blasts in here and just swallows him up. And look at that. German suplex to finish it off. And he's fired up, and he should be. Big boy right there making a big play in a big game here tonight.
3rd and 5, 9 minutes ago, second quarter. West Salem leading 7-0. Columbus on the move, though. 4 first downs already on the drive. And offsides. Trevor Arntz, not the one offsides, but he was pushing around Lucas Fry, who was inside. They were kind of conversing, and
yeah, they must have
Fry
watched some film from last week.
And it's going to be 3rd down still.
After the 5-yard penalty, it's going to be
3rd
down about
and
half a yard.
Inches, 3rd and 1.
Roach is back in.
It's our first penalty of the night. And I can guarantee you who's getting the ball on this play. It will go to Roach, trying to bounce outside. He's tackled down in the backfield. Mason Chambers, tackle for loss, and it's a loss of 2. Sets up 4th and 2, 4th and 2.5 for Columbus.
What a play by Chambers right there, and a good safety blitz design by this West Salem Panther coaching staff. They kind of snuck him in late, and Chambers made a huge play on the ball carrier. That's the one thing about Roach. If you can get him wrapped up early, you can bring him down. He's not a
big
powerful
kid, yeah.
back.
Again, 5'9", 160, so he's one of the smaller workhorse backs around. And now they have Owen Cowell in the backfield, taking over for Roach. Powers will hand off, and he's tackled in the backfield, back-to-back tackles for losses by the West Salem defense. This time it's Landon Micklig, and for the second time tonight, a turnover on downs.
And it's good to see Micklig getting in there and making a big play. Last week, you kind of wonder his health. Is he 100%? He looks a little bit better this week coming off the edge, and a really good move to get the defender off of him and make a good play on the ball carrier. And the Columbus Cardinals are frustrated on the sidelines.
So West Salem will take over at their own 32-yard line.
This is what happens when a running team beats a really good running defense. And now West Salem needs to capitalize on this opportunity.
Luke Baginski still the quarterback. He's back there with Isaiah Lack. Going in motion, Max Diegman sets up trips out to the left. And it will be a handoff. Lack then pitches it back to Anderson, and Makibo Anderson blown up in the backfield. Great tackle in Reed for the Columbus defense. Carter Gminder with the tackle.
Simple pitch out. And like you said, what a great play.
We're going to call it second down and 17.
And Columbus reading that reverse very quickly.
Back to the 24-yard line. It's a loss of 7. Maybe even 8 on that play. Second and 18, long way to go here. 2 receivers left and right. Baginski will keep it himself up the middle, trying to get that yardage back. He gets some of it up to the 30. It'll set up 3rd and 12.
Baginski again on a carry. Takes it out maybe for a gain of about 5 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 2.
Trick play doesn't work. You're behind the sticks. A lot tougher against this Columbus defense.
Yeah, and, you know, again, they're just so good up front, and they proved that again on that play. Graffin's been in the backfield almost consistently here in this first half.
Halfway through our second quarter, Baginski looking to throw left, fakes a screen, across the middle, looking for a post. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted by Riley Kaminsky.
Yeah,
it was intended for Diegman.
That's a ball I wouldn't have thrown because Columbus had that scouted, and they dropped that safety back. They almost were bracketing Diegman that time on that throw.
And the Panthers are going to have to punt. Landon Micklig, their punter, one of the best in the state, according to Coles. Turner setting up back at about the 33-yard line. And it's a sideways punt off the side of the foot of Micklig. It will not get to midfield. Out of bounds at the 49, so a shank from Micklig sets up Columbus in good territory.
Yeah, just shake that off, though.
Hard to punt in cold weather.
It is. It's difficult to do. I mean, that thing's like a cinder block coming off your foot in temperatures like this, you know?
Starting in Panther territory are the Cardinals. 5:49, second quarter. West Salem leading 7-0. They drove down the field with ease on their opening possession. And their quarterback, Drew McConkey, got hurt. Has not come back in yet as Powers hands off to Connor Roach. Breaking tackles. He was in midair and landed back on his feet inside the 45 to the 43 for a gain of 6.
Yeah, it was a good run by Roach. And a good hole opened up there. Black doing a good job to get in there and kind of slow him down. But like you said, he almost hurdled him, I think. He was almost over the top. And
2nd and 4. Back in the pistol formation to Roach. Looking to get outside, cuts back inside, and will pick up the first down on a gain of 5.
Yeah, just a stretch play. And a good job by Roach to kind of see the hole develop and cut back inside. And again, Brennigan, not blocked very well up front, came on the backside and kind of cleaned that up. They're having a really hard time with Brennigan up front right now.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a keeper for Powers. Fooled the West Salem defense. One-on-one outside. Powers gets around the corner, and he is going to walk into the end zone. Peyton Powers on a quarterback keeper from 37 out, and a extra point pending would tie the game.
Yeah, and a great run, and like you said, Aaron, well designed as they all flowed to Roach, and Powers just cuts outside, and there's nothing here. He can just run right into the end zone. Touchdown for the Cardinals.
Looks like they're going to go for 2. Columbus will pitch out to Roach, and it's defended nicely. Luke Baginski with the tackle way in the backfield, and West Salem keeps the lead, 7-6, 4:35 to go second quarter on ESPN La Crosse.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill in downtown West Salem. It's the place to meet your friends before and after sporting events.
Dave Hunt here. We pride ourselves on being a family establishment. Hunter's Last Chance is a place you can bring the whole family before the game, after the game, or anytime. Enjoy our delicious burgers, sandwiches, and pizzas.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, downtown West Salem. Stop in for their made-from-scratch daily lunch specials. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, serving up the best burgers around downtown West Salem.
Do you own a business, or do you maybe manage a business? Talk with Sherry at Noble Insurance in Onalaska. Noble Insurance specializes in business insurance, from larger commercial firms to banks to contractors, or much smaller businesses with only a few employees. As for the rest of us, we could all use some help from time to time on home, auto, or even life insurance. From a new home to a new teen driver, or even operating a business, Sherry can help you. Noble Insurance, just up the hill, Main Street, Onalaska.
Hot steaks, burgers straight off the grill, pork chops, chicken, and largest salad bar in La Crosse, North Country Steak Buffet. Check out Asa Holman's large selection of grills and lawnmowers. Stop in, pick one out, and Asa Holman will assemble and deliver straight to your front door. Asa Holman, Holman Drive.
I'm almost out of a certain grill rub that I like to have. I'll have to go to Asa Holman and go get it. I got some ribs I got to smoke.
Another squibber. It's in some open space. Columbus tried to pick it up, and it's going to be returned safely, but effectively up to the 37-yard line by Will Schmidt.
Yeah, smart job that time just to hold on to it with 2 hands and move down the ball.
Ball will be placed at that 37-yard line.
We have a comment from one of our listeners that is asking if they just pulled the corn off the field here.
Maybe.
I will tell everybody that is watching, this is a very old school environment. I've never broadcasted a game on top of a storage unit before in my life, and I'll never forget this as long as I live.
1st and 10 at the 37. Baginski will keep it, and he will get back to the 37.
Baginski again on a keeper.
Definitely a different feel to this West Salem offense with Baginski backing at quarterback.
Yeah, it's almost like they're really one-dimensional now. And, you know, you kind of wonder what the injury is to McConkey at this point, if he's going to be able to come back into this game or not.
Isaiah Lack, Roy O'Neill, your backup running backs, solid options, but they've hardly run the ball this year.
Right.
It's been a lot of McConkey and Baginski, and Lack is now the running back with McConkey out.
That experience factor is pretty heavy too.
It's going to be a throw. Baginski into the flat. It is dropped. Diegman had it, and tried to turn upfield too quickly. Incomplete.
Got to look that in. That's the thing. A lot of miscues in the passing game here tonight for the Panthers, and like I said, they should be up 14-6 right now in this ball game.
3:40 to go, second quarter. 7-6 lead for West Salem. Columbus missed badly on their two-point conversion.
The thing is, defensively they're doing a really amazing job against Columbus, and some of these little things, hope it doesn't come back to bite them in the end.
Third and 10.
That's what these games are all about, though.
Two of the best teams in Division 4 matching up here in Level 2. Baginski looking to throw. Looking deep down the right sideline for Skifton. Overthrew him by a couple of yards. And it's going to be another 3 and out for the Panthers.
Yeah, definitely too long. And really, he had more time, Aaron, to diagnose the defense. He had a good pocket. Almost rushed that throw.
We'll see if Micklig can get a better punt off here this time.
Now momentum is shifted after that last score by the Cardinals, when Salem truly dominated the first quarter of play.
Owen Cowell back deep to receive. Micklig's got time and gets
Better
a much
kick.
better punt off. Spiraling down to the 30, fair caught just past the 30-yard line for Columbus. Hilltopper Refuse, been serving the Coulee region since 1983. Hilltopper Refuse, a proud sponsor of high school football. Noble Insurance, if you own or run a business, talk with Sherry at Noble Insurance. They specialize in business insurance, but can help you with home and auto as well. Noble Insurance, just up the hill, Main Street in Onalaska.
Some miscommunication here on the DBs.
Columbus taking over at their 31-yard line. They will turn and give it to Roach once again, trying to bounce it outside. He does turn the corner and is pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Gain of 9.
Forced out of bounds with 3:20 remaining in a half, and it's going to be second down and 1.
Yeah, now with Salem's defense, they've been on the field a little bit here in this quarter, and you just can't allow the big play in this situation. Just bottle this up, because they're looking to bounce one with Roach. You can see it.
Quick scat back, who's going to most likely reach 2,000 yards tonight. West Salem would love to avoid that. Means they had a pretty good game on defense as Roach picks up the first down and jumps forward to the 45, a gain of 5.
Trevor Arntz with the tackle coming over.
Arntz gets it out to the 45-yard line. What's going to be first down for the Cardinals?
Yeah, both these teams really utilizing a lot of clock on their drives. It's because the running mythology that they like to have.
54 yards now for Roach. He's got to get about 120 tonight to reach that 2,000-yard mark.
Blitz coming here.
Handoff, Roach up the middle with some space.
Right where it
into
was.
the second level, still on his feet, still moving inside the 40, down to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, and that was a really good play for the Cardinals, and right where the blitzer came is where they went opposite. They picked it up, and very nicely done by Riley Kamitsky to pick the blitz up.
2 first downs, and quickly Columbus on the move again at the West Salem 36, 2.5 minutes to go first half. And Powers is going to keep it again. Better contained this time for West Salem as they just usher Powers out of bounds back to the 35, 36-yard line. We'll give them a yard on the play.
It's going to be second down and 9.
Yeah, good job by West Salem's defense to stay contained. Roach got sandwiched on that last play, and they pulled him out. He got shellacked in the backfield.
Owen Cowell, the guy to replace him now in the backfield in the pistol formation. Powers trying to get the Panthers a jump. They don't. Hand off Cowell. He's got a space along the right side. moving through and right up against that first down marker, and they are going to give it to him. It's a gain of 9.
Yeah, Ray Guerrero is a very, very good guard in this offense, and that time kind of led the way for Columbus to pick through, and Cowell doing a good job just using his vision to get that first down for the Cardinals. And Salem needs to slow this down here.
Cowell again up the middle, cutting it back
That's
outside. Flag coming in, back just beyond the line of scrimmage.
Yep, it's going to be on the left tackle, coming over and grabbing the back of the pads of, I believe, Trevor Arntz, who was flowing to the football nicely on that play.
So going to be a 10-yard penalty and a drive derailer, at least for the moment. Columbus 0 first downs in the first quarter. They only ran 5 offensive plays, as well as another 6 offensive plays, and then they picked up 9 first downs already in this quarter. Their first penalty of the night, 10-yarder, moves them back to the 36-yard line.
They've done a great job on Olsen tonight and Micklig so far.
First and 20, and whistle before the play. The clock, I think Coach Olsen wants the clock to run. So the officials discussing here. They want Columbus, the coaching staff, to tell the press box and the scoreboard operator what to change the clock to. Gives me a chance to talk to you about Food Dudes in Holmen. Absolute best comfort food you can imagine. Grilled cheese melts, fresh burgers, signature chicken sandwiches. Food Dudes, fresh food fast. Clock is running now, about 1:40 left in the second quarter. Cowell again still in the backfield, will get the handoff, working right side, and he is picked up after a yard or so.
Owen Cowell on the carry, no gain on the play. It's going to be second down.
Trevor Arntz is the one who slowed things up, a gain of 1.
Yeah, again, now Arntz is starting to get a little bit more of a visual of what's going on the field, because, again, another good time for him to react to that football.
Second and 19. Coming up on a minute to go in our first half. Here's Powers looking to throw. A lot of time in the pocket. Fires across the middle.
Good coverage.
Incomplete. Perfect coverage on the backside by Ethan Cruzan.
Yeah, of course they want to
all
play.
Over Axel Allen.
That was great coverage that time. Ethan Cruzan did a great job on Allen that time down the field.
Right on his hip. Not much contact, if any, at all. And it's 3rd and 19 with 56 seconds to go. They got to get down to the 16-yard line.
And you got to think this is going to be another pass. Roach is back in.
I was just going to say, Roach in the backfield, and they will give it to him up the middle. A good chunk on 3rd down, sets up much more manageable 4th down. At about the 26-yard line, so a 9-yard gain will make it 4th and 10.
Not a lot of time left in this quarter, and Columbus has taken their time in this situation.
35 seconds left. They do have all 3 timeouts. They don't want to leave West Salem with too much time. And they'll call a timeout with 28 seconds to go. So 4th and 10 for Columbus, under a half minute left in our second quarter. We'll be right back on ESPN La Crosse.
St. Joseph Equipment in Norwalk has a full lineup of proven Bobcat equipment, helping you power through the most challenging jobs and toughest projects to get more done. Stop into St. Joseph Equipment in Norwalk to demo the latest in compact track loaders, skid steer loaders, excavators, and compact tractors from the leader in compact equipment. The factory-trained technicians at St. Joseph Equipment can provide the regular service that keeps your equipment running strong. St. Joseph Equipment, proud to be your authorized Bobcat dealer in Norwalk.
Bubblers, an antioxidant sparkling water that boosts, energizes, and restores balance. Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. 4th and 10 for Columbus, 25-yard line, 26-yard line. They got to get to the 16 for a first down. They do have 2 timeouts left, so that if they pick this up, they should be in good shape in that time frame. And West Salem wants a timeout. Coach Olson sprinting down the sideline asking for time. So another 30 seconds as he didn't like that defensive look. And we will be right back. 4th down coming up next.
Don't let banking be stressful. Union State Bank is a family-owned bank at the forefront of technology. Our mobile app lets you manage your finances on your time. Deposit a check, pay bills, manage your debit card, transfer funds, and receive real-time alerts. We bring banking to the palm of your hand so you can easily track your account wherever life takes you. At one of our locations or on the go, Union State Bank puts you first. Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bobcat's your home for industry-leading equipment. As you dig into your fall project list, stop at Bobcat of the Coulee Region in Dressbach or visit bobcatofthecouleeregion.com. Again, 4th and 10, ball at the 26,
Somebody
30
stole my
seconds
Def Leppard
left.
CD, I think.
Columbus is going to go forward here, trips out to the left, lone receiver right. They've got Roach in the backfield.
Now watch Roach out of the backfield on just a delayed dump off here.
Yep. And they're going to throw across the middle. It's caught. Corrado's there, looking towards the end zone. He's tackled inside the 5 down to the 3-yard line with 24 seconds left. Columbus timeout on a big 4th down conversion after his 3rd and 19. They're on the doorstep of scoring. They're going to try to do that when we come back on ESPN La Crosse.
The Prescription Center Pharmacy has moved from La Crosse to West Salem. The Prescription Center is now located in the same building as West Salem Health Mart Pharmacy on Highway 16, just across from Linda's Bakery. This compounding pharmacy is able to create medications specifically for you, your family, and your pets. The same great service and staff are still available. The only thing that's changed is the address. Call 608-788-4500 to learn how your compounding pharmacist can help you, your family, and your pets.
G&T Heating and Air Conditioning, a local family-owned company located in West Salem, proudly serving residential and commercial customers. They provide free estimates and 24-hour emergency service with quality work, great communication, and reasonable prices. G&T Heating and Air Conditioning in West Salem. Well, after a 3rd and 19, Columbus picks it up on 4th and 10, down to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal at the 3. Got a timeout left and 24 seconds remaining in our first half. Roach in the pistol. Behind Powers, they will give it to Roach. Trying to get into the end zone. He is stopped short at the 1-yard line. And they're going to try to hurry it back up to get it right back going again. Want to save that timeout. 12 seconds left. Clock moving. They're going to give it right back to Roach. He was touched in the backfield, trying to leap over the pile. He's in. Touchdown. Connor Roach scores with 3 seconds remaining in the first half on 2nd and goal from the 1. And Columbus is going to take a halftime lead. They're going to call timeout here. They're going to go for 2.
Yeah, Roach,
so
like
they want
you
to
said,
talk it over here.
Almost got stopped in the backfield, but another great effort by him to break a tackle and get into the end zone for the Cardinals.
Quick 30 seconds.
Do you own a business, or do you maybe manage a business? Talk with Sherry at Noble Insurance in Onalaska. Noble Insurance specializes in business insurance, from larger commercial firms to banks to contractors, or much smaller businesses with only a few employees. As for the rest of us, we could all use some help from time to time on home, auto, or even life insurance. From a new home to a new teen driver, or even operating a business, Sherry can help you. Noble Insurance, just up the hill, Main Street, Onalaska.
3-in-1 Construction, located next to the post office in West Salem. They specialize in 3 things: drywall, metal framing, and painting for residential and commercial jobs. Give them a call, 608-317-8615, or check out all their services at 3in1construction.net. So Connor Roach, a 1-yard touchdown run as time was ticking down. And now they're going to go for 2 with a 12-7 lead. They missed it the last time. Now funky formation. This is the normal pistol for the Cardinals. Powers is going to throw, and a wide open receiver, Corrado. His 3rd catch of the night. He's got 5 catches all year, and the 2-point conversion is good. 14-7. Columbus in front. We'll keep it here for the final little bit here as a 14-7 lead for Columbus. Curious to see what West Salem will do on this kickoff, if they try to do anything tricky and try to score on it, or just play it safe going into the half, because Columbus gets the ball to begin the second half.
Yeah, they do, and it's really a tale of 2 quarters, because West Salem dominated the first quarter and honestly should have been up 2 scores. And then Columbus gets a score, and keeping that West Salem defense, who played so good in that first quarter on the field, you can tell they're getting tired now, and that's what Columbus does. They just grind you, and you know, this is their style of football to this point in this game, and you know, we'll see what West Salem decides to do. If I'm them, you know, depending on the placement of the football, I would be probably playing it safe in this situation and just collect yourself and go to the half and see if you can stop them right away in the 3rd quarter. A lot of self-inflicted wounds here for the Panthers in this first half.
We'll see if West Salem wants to return one here. Just 3 seconds left in the second quarter. Columbus scoring on a Peyton Powers 37-yard run and a Connor Roach 1-yard run. The kickoff is squibbed. It's off one of the linemen in front, and the clock only winds down a second. Columbus the sideline upset that the score clock operators don't have the clock running. And now the officials will come together and say that the time ran out on the play because it hit the lineman on the kickoff. So 0s on the clock as we head to the break. 14-7 Columbus lead. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill is the place to meet your family and friends before or after the game in downtown West Salem. They also have made-from-scratch daily lunch specials. Find them on Facebook, Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, downtown West Salem. 7-point lead for Columbus at the break. We'll talk about it when we come back on ESPN La Crosse 105.5, streaming live on our YouTube channel.
Don't let banking be stressful. Union State Bank is a family-owned bank at the forefront of technology. Our mobile app lets you manage your finances on your time. Deposit a check, pay bills, manage your debit card, transfer funds, and receive real-time alerts. We bring banking to the palm of your hand so you can easily track your account wherever life takes you. At one of our locations or on the go, Union State Bank puts you first.
Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
As we get deeper into fall, it's a great time to head to Ace of Holman. Right now, a full line of both Steel and Ego leaf blowers, both battery and gas leaf blowers. And while we might not want to admit it, don't wait for the snow to fly this winter. It's coming. Get your snowblower tuned up right now and ready at Ace of Holman, located on Holman Drive.
Man, it is really coming down out there. You might want to slow down.
Hey, this is a four-wheel drive. It can handle this downpour.
I told you to slow down.
Honey, are you okay?
I'm fine, but our vehicle sure is a mess.
No matter how it happens, for expert repair of your vehicle, there's just one place to go. Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem. Derek will deal with your insurance company, making repairing your vehicle simple, easy, and hassle-free. When this happens, the place to take your vehicle for expert body repair is Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem.
At Ultra, we believe in financial health and that good habits start early. Learning how to save and spend responsibly can make a big difference in a child's life and yours. Give your child the independence they want with Ultra's Live Your Life Spend account. It's a free account designed for money-savvy teens and young adults with all the extra features you'll love. No minimum balance and no monthly fees. Free online and mobile banking, plus cashback debit card rewards. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
It's finally here. Football. The fall season. Last-minute projects before winter. And Bobcat of the Coulee region has the equipment you need to get it done. Skid steers, mini excavators, compact tractors, or whatever else you might need for your to-do list this fall. Let Bobcat of the Coulee region help you master that list with Bobcat's industry-leading equipment. As you dig into your project, stop at Bobcat of the Coulee region or bobcatofthecouleeregion.com.
St. Joseph Equipment offers new and used farm equipment in Norwalk, Richland Center, and St. Joseph's Ridge with inventory from popular brands such as Case IH, New Holland, Massey Ferguson, Kubota, and many more. Check them out at stjosephequipment.com. 14-7, Columbus leads West Salem at the break. Panthers went down the field with ease on their opening possession to score on a 1-yard Luke Baginski touchdown, but right after that, the ensuing kickoff, Drew McConkey, their starting quarterback, does kickoffs, and he got hurt on the tackle, and he has not returned since then. It's looked like a completely different game since that point.
Yeah, it has, and honestly, you know, it gives them the dynamic to throw the football, I think, a little bit more with McConkey. Baginski's shown he can throw it, but he also made a critical interception in the red zone down in a key scoring situation. And, you know, I hate to be hard on individuals, but Carter Pontius has had a couple huge drops in this football game, or it would be probably tied at the half right now. So, you know, in these games, you got to make those plays. And I understand some of that stuff wasn't in his control, but you got to make those plays when they're there because those little things come back to bite you in these playoff games. And who knows, maybe he'll bounce back and make a big play in the second half, and we'll be talking about that for the rest of his career. But right now, Columbus has all the momentum after West Salem really, and I think you would agree, Aaron, dominated the first quarter of this game. I mean, they were impressive defensively. They were moving the ball offensively. It seemed like they knew what Columbus was going to do defensively and could counteract it with what they were doing with the scheme that they were running. And now, you know, you're kind of – it's a mixed bag now because you don't have your starting quarterback. And, yeah, you know, Baginski's got experience back there, but it's not what you've been running with all season. And that continuity is important, especially up front, you know, in the timings of certain things. And, again, he's a weapon, Baginski is, but, you know, it's just tough because it really does seem like the passing element of the Panthers is a lot different now than what it would have been maybe if McConkey was in there. And I know McConkey's had his ups and downs this year, but he's had command of the game for the most part all season.
Ultra Federal Credit Union with driveultra.org. You're in the driver's seat. Ultra Federal Credit Union giving you the information you need to make smart choices and get into the car you love. Ultra Federal Credit Union, it's where you belong. We'll get to some stats here coming up. We'll give you some halftime scores that we can find around the area as well. 14-7, our halftime score here from Columbus. The Cardinals in front of West Salem on ESPN La Crosse 105.5 and streaming live. You can watch it on our YouTube channel.
Crossroads Ice Cream Parlor is proud to be an official game day sponsor of Cooley Region Sports. Every Friday, present your student ID and get $2 off every single item on our menu. Turn our $3 Kid Scoop into a $1 Kid Scoop when you present your student ID. Celebrate the football season with us at Crossroads Ice Cream Parlor, and let's start a tradition where the fun never stops.
G&T Heating and Air Conditioning customers have a way with words.
Jeff and I decided to build our own house, and it was really important for us to choose subcontractors that were trustworthy and reliable and work with our schedule to get the job done in a timely manner.
We went with G&T because they're a local family-owned business, they have a great reputation, and we knew they'd get the job done.
Whenever I get asked who I would recommend for an HVAC specialist, hands down, I always recommend G&T.
3 things that come to my mind with G&T is they have quality work, great communication, and reasonable prices.
Hi, it's James from Food Dudes in Holman, back again. Everybody seems to have a weekly special, but here at Food Dudes, we sort of go next level. We've ran over 90 weekly specials and haven't duplicated one yet. From the Big Country Breakfast Sand, to the Gambino Panino, to the very popular Sweet Mother of Garlic Parm. So when you stop at Food Dudes, try our weekly special, which likely means something you've never tried before and definitely something you'll absolutely love.
Food Dudes, Holman, fresh food fast. Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Cooley region since 1983.
Dad has always taught to us service, satisfaction, the customer is always right.
If our drivers create the mess, they know enough that they clean it up. Our container lids are always shut, containers are always in a neat, orderly fashion, and we take pride in that.
We feel that's our customer. It's our waste. It's our container. It's got to get done. We can do whatever we can to make that happen.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Cooley region.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill in downtown West Salem. It's the place to meet your friends before and after sporting events.
Dave Hunt here. We pride ourselves on being a family establishment. Hunter's Last Chance is a place you can bring the whole family before the game, after the game, or anytime. Enjoy our delicious burgers, sandwiches, and pizzas.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, downtown West Salem. Stop in for their made-from-scratch daily lunch specials. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, serving up the best burgers around downtown West Salem.
Will your furnace make it through another heating season? Now's the time to upgrade to an Armstrong air system from Rish Heating and Air Conditioning in West Salem. Call them at 786-2676. Take a look at our stats from the first half. As a team, West Salem, no fumbles, but they did throw the interception, no sacks, and they committed 1 penalty for 5 yards. It resulted in a first down. Punting the ball, 2 for 51, 7 first downs, 45 passing yards, 72 rushing yards for a total of 137. For Columbus, no turnovers, no sacks, and a penalty for 10 yards. They did not punt. They did pick up 10 first downs, all of those first downs in the second quarter. 40 passing yards, 145 rushing yards for 185 total. For the individuals, Drew McConkey on that opening possession, 2 for 3 for 31 yards. He has not played since then due to injury. Luke Baginski's come in. He's 1 for 6 for 14 yards and an interception. Baginski on the ground, 13 for 73 and a score. Drew McConkey, 1 for 7. Isaiah Lack, 2 for 0. And Makibo Anderson, a carry for -8. Through the air, Carter Pontius, a 14-yard catch. Makibo Anderson, an 18-yard catch. And Jamison Skifton, a 13-yard catch. For Columbus, Peyton Powers, 3 for 5 for 40 yards. On the ground, Connor Roach. Connor Roach with 15 carries for 85 yards and a touchdown. 4 carries for 43 yards and a touchdown for the quarterback Powers. Caleb Syme came in, 3 carries for 10 yards, and Owen Cowell, 3 carries for 7 yards. Catching the ball, Roach a 10-yard catch. Griffin Corrado, 2 catches for 29 yards. He had 5 catches coming into the game. He has 2 catches and an unofficial catch on the 2-point conversion. So 3 tonight, which is pretty interesting. He's got 60% of his catches for the year right now in the first half.
Impressive.
Yeah.
No doubt. So we got some scores here to pass along here. Aquinas is up 8-0 in the third quarter. Rumor has it should be by more, but we won't get into that.
We've heard 7 holding calls and a block in the back in the first half on Aquinas.
And ironically on scoring plays.
Yeah.
River Ridge is now up 14-0 on Bangor. That's in the third quarter. New Richmond up 23-7 over Holman. That's at the half. Logan up 22-6 on Onalaska at the half. And I believe Regis up 14-0 at the half on Luther right now. And one score out of Minnesota, Chatfield 8-7 over Caledonia, and that's in the second quarter.
There you go. First half scores from around the area. Get all the scores after the game on the Festival Foods post-game show with John Papadopoulos. Your one-stop shop for award-winning burgers and ice cream selection of 24 flavors. Crossroads Bar and Grill. Come and find us in the Timbers Building at 426 2nd Avenue South in Onalaska. Crossroads Bar and Grill. Second half coming up in just a little bit. We'll take another break, and we will be back. 14-7. Columbus leads West Salem at halftime.
Do you own a business, or do you maybe manage a business? Talk with Sherry at Noble Insurance in Onalaska. Noble Insurance specializes in business insurance, from larger commercial firms to banks to contractors, or much smaller businesses with only a few employees. As for the rest of us, we could all use some help from time to time on home, auto, or even life insurance. From a new home to a new teen driver or even operating a business, Sherry can help you. Noble Insurance, just up the hill, Main Street, Onalaska.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill in downtown West Salem. It's the place to meet your friends before and after sporting events.
Dave Hunt here. We pride ourselves on being a family establishment. Hunter's Last Chance is a place you can bring the whole family before the game, after the game, or anytime. Enjoy our delicious burgers, sandwiches, and pizzas.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, downtown West Salem. Stop in for their made-from-scratch daily lunch specials. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, serving up the best burgers around downtown West Salem.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Cooley region since 1983.
Dad has always taught to us service, satisfaction. The customer is always right.
If our drivers create the mess, they know enough that they clean it up. Our container lids are always shut, containers are always in a neat, orderly fashion, and we take pride in that.
We feel that's our customer. It's our waste. It's our container. It's got to get done. We can do whatever we can to make that happen.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Cooley region.
If you keep turning up the thermostat and you just aren't getting warmer, maybe you need a new furnace. Call Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, your Armstrong air dealer, and experience warm comfort throughout your house. Upgrade to a money-saving, energy-efficient, and reliable Armstrong air system. If your existing furnace is leaving you in the cold, it's time to call Rish Heating. They'll solve your heating problems. Depend on your Armstrong air dealer to keep you comfortable year-round. Rish Heating and Air Conditioning, downtown West Salem. Call them at 786-2676.
Hi, it's Chris Riggles with RE/MAX Results. With interest rates at their highest in over a decade, the housing market has become a lot more complex. Yet, homeowners are still selling their homes for the highest prices we've ever seen. If you're looking to sell or buy, give me a call or visit onalaskarealty.com. I'd be happy to explain the positives and negatives of the market and if it's the right time for you.
Visit onalaskarealty.com.
The Prescription Center Pharmacy, located in the same building as West Salem Health Mart Pharmacy on Highway 16. This compounding pharmacy able to create medication specifically for you, your family, and your pets. Call 608-788-4500. Car accidents happen. Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem knows you want it fixed fast and right. They deal with insurance. They get your car back on time. Adrenaline Auto Body, 481 West Avenue North, West Salem. We'll get to the second half kickoff in just a minute. We'll be right back from Columbus, 14-7 Cardinal lead on ESPN La Crosse.
St. Joseph Equipment in Norwalk has a full lineup of proven Bobcat equipment, helping you power through the most challenging jobs and toughest projects to get more done. Stop into St. Joseph Equipment in Norwalk to demo the latest in compact track loaders, skid steer loaders, excavators, and compact tractors from the leader in compact equipment. The factory-trained technicians at St. Joseph Equipment can provide the regular service that keeps your equipment running strong. St. Joseph Equipment, proud to be your authorized Bobcat dealer in Norwalk. 3-in-1 Construction, the name to remember for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. You see, 3-in-1 Construction specializes in 3 things: drywall, metal framing, and painting. If you have any one of those projects in mind, whether it be residential or commercial, call 3-in-1 Construction at 608-317-8615 or email Jared at 3in1construction.net. Contact 3-in-1 Construction for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. They're located next to the post office downtown West Salem.
Don't let banking be stressful. Union State Bank is a family-owned bank at the forefront of technology. Our mobile app lets you manage your finances on your time. Deposit a check, pay bills, manage your debit card, transfer funds, and receive real-time alerts. We bring banking to the palm of your hand so you can easily track your account wherever life takes you. At one of our locations or on the go, Union State Bank puts you first. Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here at Columbus, halftime is over. Beginning of the third quarter, Columbus gets the ball to start the half, and they lead 14-7. They scored with 3 seconds remaining to end the second quarter. Their star running back, Connor Roach, 85 yards in the first half. He was in and out of the lineup, a little banged up at times. Needs about 40 more yards to get to 2,000 on the season. Trevor Arntz will kick it away for the Panthers, and it lands at the 22-yard line, dies, and is bobbled. Ball loose, still loose, it's on the ground, and 3 Panthers ran right past the football and didn't pick it up, and it's recovered by who else than Connor Roach at the 20-yard line.
If the Panthers don't win tonight, we're going to look back at this game and say, what if? Because that could have been a huge opportunity. And like you said, there was 3 Panthers around the football, and now you give Columbus some life here.
Columbus bobbled the ball 3 or 4 times trying to pick it up, and 3 Panthers ran right past the bobbles and landed in Roach's hands. And he will be lined up on the outside as a receiver to begin the half. Cowell is in the backfield for the Cardinals.
Reverse.
In motion, Roach will not get it. They'll give it to Cowell in the backfield instead. He is slammed down by Trevor Arntz. Also in there, Isaiah Lack. It's a gain of 3.
Yeah, Brennigan's had a really good game tonight at D-tackle. He's really played well. Honestly, the Salem run defense has not done a bad job at all in this football game. But they really need a turnover or stop here on this first drive.
1 receiver left, 1 right. Roach back in his normal spot in the backfield in the pistol.
Blitz coming.
High snap, taken. Powers will keep it, and he got Lack to bite on it again as he runs out of bounds, tackled by Ethan Cruzan. And it's a first down on the carry by Powers as he gets up to the 33-yard line.
And a good play call by Columbus. Again, off the blitz, and they just keep the quarterback keeper with Powers going off of that left side. It's almost like they're diagnosing that and knowing when to utilize the quarterback on the run.
First down handoff to Roach, up the middle. He got 8 yards before he's untouched. He's dragging defenders to the 45, 46-yard line. And Columbus is very upset because the whistle was blown as Roach was still moving forward, but his helmet came off.
Yeah, but Roach was still moving his legs too. as West Salem was trying to bring him down.
Yeah, he is banged up. He is hobbling off. His helmet's off. His face hurts, it looks like.
And, Aaron, you know me. I'm very bipartisan when it comes to this stuff. But that right there was just West Salem trying to make a stop and a kid trying to make extra effort. I think it's a good no call.
First down
nice
run
play.
This time is swallowed up in the backfield. Syme got a couple, maybe 1 yard we'll give him.
Trevor Arntz again. Roach is back in.
He's taken a beating so far.
He has.
Powers will take the snap, flag at the snap.
False start.
False start on Columbus.
And that was something that West Salem could use at this particular situation.
Offsides on the Cardinals will move it back. It'll be second down and about 14.
So a 5-yard penalty is the second one of the night on Columbus. Third penalty overall. We've had a pretty flag-free game here.
Yeah, they're letting them play, and I like that because, I mean, these two teams are very similar in how they do things.
Well, they haven't had to throw many flags either.
Right.
There really hasn't been anything even close to flag-worthy.
I would agree.
2nd and 14 for Columbus. Roach in motion from the wide receiver spot. They'll dump it off to him with the lead blocker, Cowell. Good pursuit. And then swarming in, Trevor Arntz came in like a bullet at the 40-yard line. A tackle for loss of 1.
Great play here by Arntz, and he diagnoses the sweep nicely. Now here's the pitch out here on this side. He's going to come around, and then Arntz, now watch him read this and come right in and clean this up on a great tackle right there. Beautiful job.
So it'll be 3rd and 15 at the 40. Columbus picked up a 3rd and 19. Now, not all in one play, but they had 3rd and 19 in the first half. They got it to 4th and 10 and picked it up. That led to their final scoring drive of the half.
All these new toys I have.
3rd and 15. Powers will throw across the middle. It's caught, but well shy of the first down. It is Corrado again. He's now got 3 catches. That's He only had 5 catches all year. He's had 3 catches officially and 1 2-point conversion already.
Yeah, they're taking what West Salem's giving them, and it's not a lot, that's for sure.
So gain of 9, so it'll be about 4th and 6, 4th and 7, really.
It's a big stop for West Salem here if they can.
It looks like they're going to punt.
Yep.
As long as they don't fake it, and the punt is away. It's
Slip.
low line drive. The returner for West Salem slipped. It took a great Columbus bounce inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. That slip really cost them. And West Salem will take over right there. It's going to be a long route, but that's the stop that West Salem needed.
It is, and honestly, the way that this game went in the second quarter, that's huge for the Panthers. Now they got to get that continuity back on offense. Now my question is, who's coming back to play quarterback? Because that'll tell you how seriously injured that McConkey really is. And it looks like it is Baginski that's in there.
So still no Drew McConkey. They're going to officially mark the ball at the 8-yard line.
I just think it's just, and you agree, Aaron, it changes West Salem's dynamics so much without having Baginski in a tailback. Now they have Trevor Arntz at tailback.
Thought. They're going to turn and hand it off up the middle under center play for the Panthers. Halftime gave them a little chance to try changing some things up instead of just completely on the fly. They'll get across the 10 up to 11, a gain of 3.
Gain of about 1 on the play. It's second down and 9.
Was that Arntz on the carry?
It was.
So Trevor Arntz I never did see a number pop up, but Trevor Arntz, usually it is him when they go under center. Arntz was their running back last year. He switched to guard.
Oh, look what we got here.
And now they got 5 wideouts for the Panthers. Lone backfield for Baginski. It's going to be a run up the middle and really not too much there. We'll give Baginski a couple of yards on the carry.
Yeah, good reaction by the Cardinal defense.
Gain of a couple up the middle.
Go ahead.
Didn't let the formation really keep them off what they were going to do defensively. I think they knew that Baginski was probably going to take off.
3rd and 6. Got to get to the 18 and a half yard line. Ball sits at about the 13 and a half. No individual yard markers here. Again, 5 wide receivers set for Baginski.
Columbus playing more of a cover 2 here.
Baginski looking to throw this time. Down the seam, and he threw it to the outside of Diegman, who was looking inside. It's incomplete, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, it looked like some miscommunication on the route.
The Panthers are going to have to punt after getting a big stop.
And they had him. They had him beat. They just couldn't get the ball to where it was supposed to be, or the receiver didn't know where he was supposed to go.
It's the 3rd consecutive 3 and out for the West Salem offense dating back to the first half. Landon Micklig right on the end zone line to kick it away, and it's a good one.
Wow.
High spiraling kick will land at the 48 and will be right at midfield. Columbus will take over there. Why is interscholastic sports participation considered the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. High school sports are so much more than a game or a source of entertainment. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they consider them an essential part of every student's education. Parents, encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day, interscholastic sports. A message from ESPN La Crosse and the WIAA, keeping the education in sports.
Do you think the dirt field helped the punt a little bit?
Potentially.
It really popped up in the air on that one, huh?
Ball is right at midfield for Columbus to begin their drive. 1st and 10 with Roach in the backfield.
It's like if they kept second base there.
They will give it to Roach, and he is tackled
nice
down by Micklig at the 48-yard line for a gain of 2.
And again, really on the edge, other than maybe Powers on a couple of runs here tonight, West Salem has done a really good job on the edges against this team that the Cardinals just love to run powers. They love to run sweeps. They love to use the speed that they have, but West Salem's really just kind of shut that down so far in this game.
2nd and 8. Powers gives to Cowell in the backfield this time. Sawyer Brennigan just grabs him with one arm and swings him backwards at the 44. I don't know what Columbus is even asking for here.
That was a great tackle. I mean, honestly, he just strong-armed him. I mean, not only is he the strongest guy on the field, but he probably has the best head of hair, too. Did you see them blonde locks floating in the wind as he was running at halftime?
I don't know what they wanted there.
I don't
face
know.
mask, I guess? I don't know.
I really feel like that was just a good play on a really good football player on the other side of the field. I mean, Sawyer Brennigan just made a great play.
Huge
Period.
3rd down, 3rd and 4. Got to get to the 40. Maybe a little movement. They don't call it. Handoff up the middle. Syme tackled from behind. Jackson Williams came in. Great job to keep his job, to do his job, make sure Powers didn't pull it, and coming from behind and making the tackle, Williams in the backfield, a loss of 2.
And like you said, they ran that corner up just to, throw Powers off in case he ran that keeper to the outside, but a great job to read the play that time by Jackson Williams and come on the backside of Syme and make a huge stop possibly here, and Columbus is going to go for it.
They look like they are going to. They called timeout in this spot in the first half to then punt it away.
If I'm
rather to go for it.
Use your patience. Don't get overstimulated here with the quarterback calling in the backfield trying to make you jump.
Roach in motion, left to right. They'll snap it. They will keep
Keeper.
it with Powers, and there's
Nothing.
nowhere to go. West Salem was ready for it, and they get another stop, looking to convert this time. 14-7 Columbus, 3:50 to go, and West Salem takes over at their own
Look at this, Aaron.
44.
Just a stuff on defense and a good job up front on the penetration for the Panthers. That's just good defense right there.
So turnover on downs. West Salem takes over at their 45.
Now, but here's the thing, Aaron. You got to score here. You got to score with this field, you know, where you're at on the field, everything. You know, you haven't had this kind of field position all game here tonight. This is big right here. You got to take advantage of this.
Offense is stalled after Drew McConkey had to leave after their first drive. He has not returned. Luke Baginski takes over at quarterback where he played last year, and he will keep it this time. Pulls, slant route, caught by Pontius on a bobble inside the 40 and swung down at the 37.
Good throw and good execution. Pontius with a good slant route. And a good job being aware where he was on the, you know, with the football to haul it in and make a good play after the catch.
It's the first down for West Salem since their second drive of the game.
And defensively, they've given the momentum back really to the Panthers. Now they got to capitalize.
1st and 10 at the Columbus 37-yard line.
I would run a skinny post right here, right over the middle if they can do it.
Baginski takes a snap, looking to throw again. Off his back foot, fires an out route and not lined up in terms of his throw where the route was by Diegman as it was incomplete.
Now Diegman stopped his route too. He almost like he just got out of the break and he stopped.
So 3:10 to go, third quarter, 14-7. Columbus is in front.
I was talking about how they're running this zone. They have an open spot right down the seam right now if they're looking at that.
Everyone within
Look at
6
right
yards
here.
of the football for the Columbus defense.
Safeties are up.
And it's going to be a run for Baginski, maybe a broken play, but it works. Baginski leans forward up to the 28-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Good job by Baginski to bring that ball in.
Sometimes a broken play can confuse the defense even more than the offense.
Absolutely, and Columbus is just inviting West Salem to throw the football right now. You can see it. The safeties are creeping up in the box. I mean, if they really want to right now, they have a seam wide open right in the middle of the field where no one is in there at all.
Everyone for Columbus within 6 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Miscommunication right here, too. They're confused.
Now they have a safety back. On 3rd and 1, it's going to be a quarterback power, and Baginski will easily pick that up. And it's up to the 23-yard line. It goes as a gain of 4.
West Salem kind of easing in now a little bit.
Easily their best drive since the second drive of the game. They went 3 and out on 3 straight possessions before this. Now 2 minutes left in the third. They're knocking on the door of the red zone.
Blitz coming.
Baginski looking to throw on the far side. Corner route for Anderson.
Stopped
he couldn't locate the football.
Yeah, he stopped his route. He had it. And that's the thing. This is the second week in a row that I've seen this where they stop their route. It just keep going.
I think Anderson wants a hold on his break.
He can have a hold all he wants, but, I mean, he got away from his defender. He needs to keep running. That was a great throw, actually, by Baginski. He put it right where he needed to.
Second and 10 for the Panthers. Trips out to the left. Quarterback power again for Baginski up the middle, and he gets to the 20-yard line for a gain of 3.
Baginski, the ball carrier. 3rd down and 7.
And
So
you've got to think this is for sure go for it territory now, being down by a whole touchdown in this situation. Or touchdown
best drive in a while.
Ball,
tip of the ball is at the 20, so it's a red zone opportunity. And in the cold weather, you're not going to be able to really kick from a far distance. Even this
look at Baginski's jersey. It's going to be
far.
like green by the time it's done here tonight.
If that's even grass down there.
That's a really good point.
3rd and 7. Trips to the left with the Panthers. Lone receiver right. Baginski looking to throw. Slant route right, and it's too high for his intended receiver, Jamison Skifton.
My goodness, it's been there this whole drive, and you saw me point to you just a moment ago. I thought they would see that soft spot in the zone, and they tried it, and got to bring that ball down.
So 4th and 7 for West Salem. Promising drive, looking to extend it with 1:04 to go, 3rd quarter. Really running low on time here with the way both these teams like to run the football.
And that's the thing. You know, Columbus, if they get the ball back, they're just going to ground and pound you.
4th and 7. Trips out to the right this time. Lone receiver left is Pontius. Baginski rolls right, looking to throw, looking at in the end zone. Skifton's overthrown. He overthrew the end zone by 5 yards to a wide open Jamison Skifton. A break in the defense by Columbus, who fell for the run fake, and it's a turnover on downs.
Again, you know, I keep bringing this up, but it's a what if. They've had many opportunities here tonight. And that's a killer right there. If Columbus ends up taking the ball down the field and scoring, that's going to be another play you look back on.
It was wide open. Skifton was just sitting in the end zone. The DBs bit on the running action. And it's a turnover, and Columbus takes over with 57 seconds left in this 3rd quarter.
Blitz coming.
It's a keeper for Powers.
Yep, good job.
Baginski comes up to help run fit.
Time.
Powers sliding through, and they're going to get a face mask on Baginski.
Yep.
Powers the ball carried. There's a flag on the play.
My goodness. And that was perfect defensive execution. They baited the blitz, and that time they had guys in the vicinity of Powers because that's what they wanted him to do, was run outside. That was a great play call.
Baginski got I don't know.
Is it a 15 or a 5?
They're making it a 15. They said personal foul. I don't know if that's a.
It looked like a 5er to me, but I mean,
well, 15-yard penalty. It's the second one of the night and the biggest one of the night for sure for both sides, and a first down on a play that was going to be a loss of 5. Ball at the 37, 1st and 10. And it's a run, and this time it's tackled right away. Nearly taking the handoff himself was Trevor Arntz. Back to the 31 goes Roach, a loss of 6.
It'll be 2nd down and 15.
I'm going with what you say, Aaron. I'm not listening to this guy underneath us. I'm just being honest with you.
Ball maybe at the 32.
They're going to let the quarter run down here.
And that's going to be it. 4th quarter is next. No score from quarter 3. Columbus maintains their 14-7 lead. We'll see if West Salem can get something going on offense. They need to stop first when we come back.
Don't let banking be stressful. Union State Bank is a family-owned bank at the forefront of technology. Our mobile app lets you manage your finances on your time. Deposit a check, pay bills, manage your debit card, transfer funds, and receive real-time alerts. We bring banking to the palm of your hand so you can easily track your account wherever life takes you. At one of our locations or on the go, Union State Bank puts you first. Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Prescription Center Pharmacy has moved from La Crosse to West Salem. The Prescription Center is now located in the same building as West Salem Health Mart Pharmacy on Highway 16, just across from Linda's Bakery. This compounding pharmacy is able to create medications specifically for you, your family, and your pets. The same great service and staff are still available. The only thing that's changed is the address. Call 608-788-4500 to learn how your compounding pharmacist can help you, your family, and your pets.
Second and 15, second and 16 or so for Columbus here to begin the fourth quarter. They lead 14-7 over West Salem in level 2 of Division 4. Roach in motion left to right. They don't give it to him. Powers is going to throw. Busting coverage wide open down the seam. Back, Baginski can't take it. It's caught, Mabry, and he is going to go. Touchdown, Columbus.
That was a great play that time, and like you said, a busting coverage. And a great throw from Powers to Mabry. Baginski tries to knock it down, and nothing behind him. Touchdown, Columbus.
Baginski
like
played
that.
it really well from where he was, realizing Mabry was open, but just a tick late. Otherwise, that's an interception.
Yep.
Columbus is going to try for the extra point here to make it a 14-point game. And the kick is good from Devin Pratt. 21-7, Columbus leads, 11:49 to go on ESPN La Crosse.
As we get deeper into fall, it's a great time to head to Ace of Holman. Right now, a full line of both Steel and Ego leaf blowers, both battery and gas leaf blowers. And while we might not want to admit it, don't wait for the snow to fly this winter. It's coming. Get your snowblower tuned up right now and ready at Ace of Holman, located on Holman Drive.
Whether you're looking to buy or sell, Chris Riggles with RE/MAX in Onalaska would love to talk with you. Contact Chris with RE/MAX in Onalaska. Hot steaks, burgers straight off the grill, pork chops, chicken, and North Country's fresh salad bar, largest in La Crosse. North Country Steak Buffet. 21-7, what a turn of events right there. About a quarter of an inch away from an interception. Instead, it's a 68-yard touchdown catch.
There's been a lot of quarter of an inch here and there for the Panthers tonight, and this is a big drive here. They got to score here or this game is done. Let's just be honest.
Well, with the way that Columbus can run down the clock, right?
Right. And you know that's what they're planning on doing. I mean, if they get a stop here, they just have to grind it out.
So Devin Pratt goes back to kick it away. He's just been pooching it to the middle of the field for the most part. This time he'll kick it away deep to the 15-yard line, caught by Trevor Arntz. Working along the right side, lowers the shoulder up to the 31-yard line. Check out Asa Holman's large selection of grills and lawnmowers. Stop in, pick one out, and Asa Holman will assemble and deliver straight to your front door. Asa Holman, Holman Drive. Salem needs a score for sure here on this possession. As Scotty was saying, down by 14. Not as much time as 11:43 would indicate. 4 receivers, 2 on each side for the Panthers.
Safeties are up.
Baginski looking to throw down the seam. He's got Pontius. It's caught on the run down to the 35, 34-yard line. Huge play on first down for the Panthers.
Yep, and that's what you need right there. And that was a good, well-designed play, an in-and-out route, a nice post, good throw by Baginski on the blitz. And again, those safeties are playing up. And I've been waiting for West Salem to exploit that, and that time they did. And now they're in business. Let's see if they can sustain this and get a touchdown here.
Well, it makes 11:43 look a lot longer as if
it
you
does.
can score quickly on
Absolutely.
this possession. Trips out to the right for the Panthers.
Man coverage on the outside.
Baginski will keep it himself up the middle with some space. He's got a first down and more. Up to the red zone, the 20-yard line. Goes Luke Baginski, a 15-yard carry.
Man, and Baginski getting up slow and, you know, right, I mean, this turf is not welcoming to anyone, and if anybody's seen a lot of that tonight, it's Luke.
Wow, turf was a nice way to put this.
Yeah, I mean, I could say that we're playing in the Sandlot, you know, and I feel like we're on the set of the movie, actually, right now.
I mean, weirdly enough, the grass in the middle of the field looks the best part. Usually the middle of the field's all torn up.
I'm waiting for the Beast and Benny the Jet Rodriguez to show up here any minute.
Trips again to the right for the Panthers. 1st and 10 at the 20. Baginski will keep it. Breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, moving forward to the 17-yard line. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Brought down by a couple Cardinals on there. Gain of about 2. It's 2nd down and 8.
Coming up on 10 minutes to go. 21-7. The Panthers haven't scored since their opening drive. And coincidentally enough, that was when Drew McConkey was in the game.
Yeah, and it was so fluid, too, in that first drive. And the confidence was there. You could see it. And they got the stop right away. And right after, McConkey gets hurt. And thought they were going to come down and score again. But then ill-advised interception. Got to score here.
7. Trips out to the right again. Lone receiver left is Pontius. It's going to be a keeper. And pass interference. They got Mabry as Pontius caught him in on the slant, and it's pass interference and going to be a 1st down here, and it'll be 1st and goal with half the distance to the goal.
Yeah, and that was interference because he came over the top. He grabbed the side of the jersey. He was beaten. I have to say that referee is really well maintained. Like, he's got a really nice, beard. I mean, he just looks like
you like officials' facial hair. That's what I've learned.
Yeah, I mean, he just looks like he manscapes a little bit.
1st and goal from the 9 for West Salem.
And he's got a nice white hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lead official, referee. 2 receivers right, 2 left. In motion, low snap, and a flag.
False start.
False start on the Panthers. And it'll be 1st and goal from the 14-yard line.
Procedure penalty.
So those are the ones that really hurt.
Absolutely.
And prime position to score. Now you got to go 14 yards in 4 plays. A lot tougher, obviously, than the 9 yards. First and goal, man in motion. Right to left is Diegman. Keeper for Pontius. Up the middle.
Play.
Breaking tackles. He's in. Touchdown. Luke Baginski. 14 yards out, and the Panthers are right back in it.
That was a great play design by West Salem, an even better run by Baginski. And I love how they utilize the jet sweep as a fake right there. And then a hole opens up for Baginski. Great block by 64 on the inside. Touchdown for the Panthers, and they needed that. That is huge for West Salem in that situation, Aaron.
They'll go for the extra point to make it a 7-point game. Evan Knoll on for the extra point. Procedure good. Kick is no good. He missed it left. That's the first time we've seen that this year. A miss left or right, and it's an 8-point game. A huge missed extra point. We'll see if that comes back to haunt the Panthers. Columbus will get the ball when we come back on ESPN La Crosse.
Man, it is really coming down out there. You might want to slow down.
Hey, this is a 4-wheel drive. It can handle this downpour.
I told you to slow down.
Honey, are you okay?
I'm fine, but our vehicle sure is a mess.
No matter how it happens, for expert repair of your vehicle, there's just one place to go. Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem. Derek will deal with your insurance company, making repairing your vehicle simple, easy, and hassle-free. When this happens, the place to take your vehicle for expert body repair is Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem.
Hilltopper Refuse serving the Coulee region since 1983. Hilltopper Refuse, a proud sponsor of high school football. And Bubbler, antioxidant sparkling water that boosts, energizes, and restores balance. 21-13 our score. West Salem missing the extra point. And now Trevor Arntz will boot it away. Good end over on kick. It'll bounce and just scoot into the end zone. Almost a big mistake by Roach and Cowell, who both let it go, and it snuck about a yard or two deep into the end zone for a touchback.
Now you need a stop, right? You know, I don't want to state the obvious, but I'm going to, Captain Obvious. You need a stop or a turnover here, and you don't want Columbus to sustain a long drive on the ground. Those are the two things that you want to look for here, is to get a stop and get the ball back, and you're going to have to go for 2 if you do score.
9:29 to go. Columbus with it, moving left to right. Ball at the 20-yard line. Roach in the backfield. He's got 95 yards tonight. Almost a 2,000-yard rusher. He'll get it here, and he's swallowed by Sawyer Brennigan. Just reaching out with that left arm and swallowing him in for a loss of 1.
Roach is going to have nightmares about Brennigan after this game, man. I mean, Halloween, I guess, is a day overextended in 79's mind, because he's been a nightmare tonight for this offensive line for the Cardinals. And honestly, if we're doing a player of the game tonight for West Salem, I'd give it to Big Sawyer. He's had an amazing game tonight. He's single-handedly just out-muscling this Cardinal offensive line.
They've held Roach to 8 yards in this second half. -7 on the last 2 carries. Powers will throw the ball. It's looking for a slant, and slipping down is Allen, his intended receiver, but it was behind him anyways. And it sets up a big 3rd and 11.
Yeah, you got to think it's a little slicker down there at this time of night than it was earlier in the evening. Kind of questioning that pass play really by Columbus.
Stops the clock.
It does, and really it's going away from your strength. You know, it's almost like they panicked there and they just want to get something going, because West Salem's D-line has really done a great job. Roach has how many yards you said? 95? Now he's like, what,
93 he's got officially.
I mean, that's a good job on a really talented running back.
Powers in the pistol again. 2 receivers left, 1 right, and he will throw again. Looks left, now looks right. He's going to roll out. Roach is going to be his lead blocker, and he's going to pick up the first down. Roach blocked Lack, and he picked up the first down. That looked like a design play.
Yeah, I think they were just baiting the secondary to get into coverage and then go ahead and, you know, pick your losses, I guess, or your wins, one of the two. And a good block on Lack, like you said. Lack's had a really good season. That was really well done by the Cardinals.
16-yard gain on 3rd and 11. And the first down makes sure that the clock will tick even farther as we move along. Ball at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 Columbus. They lead by 8. Powers will give it to Roach this time. Jump cut at the line of scrimmage and upended by Lack. Also coming in is Arntz to help take him down. Gain of 2. Really impressive to have Roach at 20 carries, and he only has 95 yards.
Yeah, they've done a good job tonight against the run overall. A couple plays here and there, but Columbus usually very explosive and dominant on the ground. Tonight, kind of a cat's meow, I guess you could say.
Changing the play is Powers. And he'll take the snap, looking to throw, and he just chucked it out of bounds.
Hey, good catch by the coach over there.
I mean, that ball was sailed way out of bounds. He was looking for Elaine again, but Elaine was like at the hash mark, and Powers threw it past the sideline.
Maybe there was an errant bat or something that he was trying to knock down. I'm not sure. I think they're dormant.
Kind of a.
I hope they are.
I just don't know what happened on that play.
Yeah, it was
He
very
changed
odd.
the play.
Yep. And it looked like the receiver stopped where he wanted to. I think he just airmailed it.
3rd and 7 now. Another 3rd down chance for the Panthers to get off the field. Powers will throw again. Stepping up in the pocket. Pressure's on. Breaks away from a tackle. Slides down. And he'll pick up the first down again.
Sawyer's down.
Sawyer Brennigan holding that left leg area. That would be a huge loss for the Panthers, but another first down carry for Peyton Powers as he broke away from a couple of sack potential tackles, and we will take a break as they tend to the big man for the Panthers in the middle of the defense. 21-13 Columbus on ESPN La Crosse.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill in downtown West Salem. It's the place to meet your friends before and after sporting events.
Dave Hunt here. We pride ourselves on being a family establishment. Hunter's Last Chance is a place you can bring the whole family before the game, after the game, or anytime. Enjoy our delicious burgers, sandwiches, and pizzas.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, downtown West Salem. Stop in for their made-from-scratch daily lunch specials. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, serving up the best burgers around downtown West Salem.
Do you own a business, or do you maybe manage a business? Talk with Sherry at Noble Insurance in Onalaska. Noble Insurance specializes in business insurance, from larger commercial firms to banks to contractors, or much smaller businesses with only a few employees. As for the rest of us, we could all use some help from time to time on home, auto, or even life insurance. From a new home to a new teen driver, or even operating a business, Sherry can help you. Noble Insurance, just up the hill, Main Street, Onalaska.
Brennigan helped off, mostly walked off under his own power with a limp. We'll see if he can return at some point. 7:39 to go, 1st and 10 Columbus. Powers hands off Roach, nope, keeps it himself, and he will dip around outside, and Powers is just running wild on the West Salem defense right now.
Yeah, it's almost like that this was kind of designed at this point in the game, knowing that West Salem would commit to Roach.
And it's going to be a 9-yard gain. Powers has carries of 16, 9, and 9. 2 of those third down conversions on this drive, and they're into West Salem territory at the Panther 45-yard line. Good news for the Panthers as he keeps running out of bounds.
True, stopping the clock.
This time he'll hand off Roach up the middle with ease, and then he runs into Baginski, who takes him down at the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 9.
Yeah, and right where Big 79 would have been, Ramirez Daughtry is in for him, 64, a senior. But Sawyer Brennigan is a huge difference maker.
Powers calling out a new play at the line of scrimmage. He'll take the snap and hand off to Roach, and he is tackled in the backfield. Nope, got away from Arntz and then tackled after a gain of 2. Good effort by Roach.
Yeah, that was a good run by Roach because it looked like he was going to be dropped for a loss.
And now an injured.
Is it Roach?
Cardinal, I think it is Roach. He's been in and out of the lineup tonight. He's been banged up and hit hard. Looks maybe like a cramp. So we'll take a quick break as they tend to Connor Roach, 21-13 Columbus.
G&T Heating and Air Conditioning customers have a way with words.
Jeff and I decided to build our own house, and it was really important for us to choose subcontractors that were trustworthy and reliable and work with our schedule to get the job done in a timely manner.
We went with G&T because they're a local family-owned business. They have a great reputation, and we knew they'd get the job done.
Whenever I get asked who I would recommend for an HVAC specialist, hands down, I always recommend G&T.
3 things that come to my mind with G&T is they have quality work, great communication, and reasonable prices.
Hi, it's Chris Riggles with RE/MAX Results. With interest rates at their highest in over a decade, the housing market has become a lot more complex. Yet, homeowners are still selling their homes for the highest prices we've ever seen. If you're looking to sell or buy, give me a call or visit onalaskarealty.com. I'd be happy to explain the positives and negatives of the market and if it's the right time for you.
Visit onalaskarealty.com.
Roach with a slight limp as he walks off, not putting a ton of pressure on right now, still getting work on the sideline, and in comes Cowell, and he has no problem finding room. First down run inside the 25 to the 23. It's a gain of 11.
Yep, you can just feel now that Brennigan's out, they're just going to run right up the middle on him and see if they can stop him. You know, and honestly, the two names we haven't heard a lot tonight, Miles Olson and Landon Mickleg, they've been really shut down tonight by this Cardinals offensive line.
Well, for the most part, staying away from them.
Both of them are a little nicked up, I know that, going into this game tonight.
It's Cowell again in the backfield for the Cardinals. Hand off to him. Makes a juke move at the line of scrimmage. Another jump cut. And a big hit inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 5 or 6 yards.
Cardinals got away with a hold on that play. 64 had Nick Griffin all twisted on his jersey on the top half.
Second and 5, 5.5 minutes to go. Columbus on the move, up by 8.
Of course, there's holding on every play, I guess. So
that's
what they tell us, right?
And a handoff again. Cowell working that left side. Not a ton of room. Panthers able to hold him to a yard on the carry. So another chance at a third down on the drive. Third one. Previous two have been converted on the ground by the quarterback Powers. He's got to get 4 yards on this play.
With 4:52 remaining in the quarter.
It's probably still too far for a Cardinal field goal. Pratt was kicking at halftime, and he was about 27 yards. So you'd have to get about to the 10-yard line for that, and at that point, it's a first down. So 3rd and 4 at the 16. It is a handoff. Cowell up the middle. He's got it.
Wow.
And he's down to that 10-yard line. He got 6. And there's West Salem saying the ball loose. And the officials are saying that he was down.
First down for the Cardinals.
And it's 1st and goal at the 10. Well, you get a goal line stop. Game's not over. Time ticking down, 4:15 to go.
Simon at tailback now.
Cowell back to the sideline after a good couple of rushes. Roach still on the sideline. He's got his helmet on. He's right in front of everyone, waiting to go back in. Powers will hand off. Syme up the middle. Lot of space, and he breaks tackles into the end zone. Touchdown, Columbus! And that might be it for West Salem. They're going to need a score quick with 3:47 to go and a 14-point lead pending the extra point.
Yeah, and a huge hole opened up here. Again, probably where Brennigan would have been on this play. And an easy touchdown for Syme, a great kick-out block. And that's an easy touchdown for the Cardinals.
And the kick is good. I don't know how that wasn't blocked by Mickleg, it looked like, but the kick by Pratt is good. 15-point Columbus lead on ESPN La Crosse.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Cooley region since 1983.
Dad has always taught to us service, satisfaction, the customer is always right.
If our drivers create the mess, they know enough that they clean it up. Our container lids are always shut, containers are always in a neat, orderly fashion, and we take pride in that.
We feel that's our customer. It's our waste. It's our container. It's got to get done. We can do whatever we can to make that happen.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Cooley region.
If you own or run a business, talk with Sherry at Noble Insurance. Noble specializes in business insurance, but can help you with home and auto. Noble Insurance just up the hill, Main Street in Onalaska. And the absolute best comfort food imaginable, grilled cheese melts, fresh burgers, signature chicken sandwiches, Food Dudes, fresh food, fast.
you happen to see Ozzy Osbourne's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction?
No.
Well, let's just say that I think he wished he could have sang with the bands that played for him because he was really into it. Ozzy obviously can't perform anymore.
.15 Columbus lead. West Salem's going to need some scores quickly as this kick is popped up into the air. And it will be returned by the Panthers, who will get good field position at the 41-yard line to try and do something.
Yeah, they're going to need to score quickly. Like you said, Aaron, before we went to break, they're really going to have to move this ball effectively down the field and fast because they don't have a lot of time here, even though it's 3:41. I mean, if you go 4 and out, you know, because it's going to be 4 and out, Columbus is just going to grind you to the ground.
They'll mark him at the 40 officially to start the drive. Both teams with all their timeouts. So definitely not over for the Panthers, but steep climb uphill here. Ginski will look to throw on first down with some space. Now he's going to roll and run up the middle. Not a lot there, about 2 yards.
So I don't know if the field didn't see that, but Pontius got nailed after 5 yards by the safety. There was no call on that at all.
Clock running, under 3:20 to go now. Panthers in the hurry up.
Blitz coming.
Ginski looking to throw, rolls out right, cuts back into the middle of the field, throws it downfield. Pontius is there. It's caught at the 20-yard line.
Baginski's pass is caught at about the
and a great throw. And then what I love here is look at how he moves up in the protection. Good ball down the field. Pontius high points it. And it's first down, West Salem.
Panthers on the move. They'll spike the ball with 2:56 to go.
I like that.
2:56 to go in the game. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Thing is, you know, 2 more downs to score.
All right, at the 20-yard line. So now you have 2nd and 10. Tough part is you give up a down, but I think they'd rather get a play call that they would like to huddle up and talk it over instead of just running a play on the move.
You know, I'm never going to forget this place just because, like, I'm looking up now and there's, like, these lights over here. Ever seen the horror movie Smile? It's like that thing's smiling at me the entire time.
Trips out to the right for the Panthers. Baginski looking to throw, looking left the entire time, looking out to the top. It's caught! Carter Pontius in the end zone! And a quick score indeed for the Panthers, who have some life.
Great pass that time by Baginski. Like you said, he telegraphed it a little bit, but that's okay. Kind of an in and out route here, and they're going to go for 2. But I love the poise here by Baginski and a good route by Pontius. Good throw, good catch. Touchdown, West Salem.
Oh, we asked for a quick score. We got one. And now the Panthers are going to go for 2. They're down 9. So they don't have to go for 2 necessarily.
Yeah,
nope, they're going to kick the extra point. Noel is out there. So they will kick the extra point. They got to make this one. They missed the last one. That's why it's not an 8-point game right now. Noel missed it over to the left. Snap, hold, kick, good. And it remains a 1-possession game. 28-20, 2:52 to go. We'll see if West Salem wants to do an onside kick when we return on ESPN La Crosse.
Hey, it's Trevor from North Country Steak Buffet. We understand the picky eaters and the dreaded what's for dinner questions. Kids want pizza, mom wants salad, dad wants steak. Wednesday nights, we have all that, plus 3 wing flavors, Caribbean jerk, Frank's Red Hot, and even garlic parmesan for those with a mild taste bud. We also have white rice and a phenomenal beef and broccoli made by yours truly. Your kids will love the variety, and so will you. See all our menus at northcountrysteakbuffet.com, 2526 Rose Street, La Crosse.
Bobcats are home for industry-leading equipment. As you dig into your fall project list, stop at Bobcat of the Coulee Region in Dressbach or visit bobcatofthecouleeregion.com. And Union State Bank is where customers and community come first.
That guy cut off the song and the guitar solo part. The best part of that
gotta
whole
get
song.
Got to get to the kickoff.
I get it, but they're not on the field. I mean, you let Angus roll for a little bit, you know, let him roll.
Well, if you're the Panthers, onside kick here, you got all 3 timeouts.
Yeah, why not?
But you really don't want to have to stop the Cardinals and force a 3 and out here. Trevor Arntz is doing the kicking. McConkey, their usual kicker on kickoffs, but he's been hurt. All but 1 possession here tonight, and a whistle. And the Panthers showed that they were kicking it deep, and a timeout Columbus. They wanted to see what the kickoff formation was. We'll be back in 30 seconds on ESPN La Crosse.
Don't let banking be stressful. Union State Bank is a family-owned bank at the forefront of technology. Our mobile app lets you manage your finances on your time. Deposit a check, pay bills, manage your debit card, transfer funds, and receive real-time alerts. We bring banking to the palm of your hand so you can easily track your account wherever life takes you. At one of our locations or on the go, Union State Bank puts you first. Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
G&T Heating and Air Conditioning is a local family-owned company located in West Salem and proudly serving residential and commercial customers. They provide free estimates and 24-hour emergency service with quality work, great communication, and reasonable prices. G&T Heating and Air Conditioning in West Salem. 3-in-1 Construction is located next to the post office in West Salem. They specialize in 3 things: drywall, metal framing, and painting for residential and commercial jobs. Give them a call, 608-317-8615, or check out all their services at 3in1construction.net.
Might have to call and see if they can fix a garage door.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Don't want that out of commission during the winter.
No, you don't.
Well, the Panthers showed that they were kicking deep right before the timeout. We'll see if they plan to do that same thing here. You got 6 players on the near side if they want to use that space, and Arntz kicked it right into his own guy at the 40-yard line. So Arntz, who's not really a kicker, is their backup kickoff guy at the 41. So on top of not getting the ball back, you give Columbus tremendous field position where they probably don't care to go for it on 4th down. So now you have to force 4 downs if you're the Panther defense, or if they want to punt, you got a long field to go if you can force a stop.
Here's the thing, like you said, Trevor's not used to that. He hasn't been on the field doing that all season, and it's a tough situation to be in this late in the game. But West Salem's going to look back at this game, a lot of what-ifs if this ends up being the final score.
1st and 10 Columbus at the 41. It's going to be a stretch run to Roach.
Good penetration.
Williams pushing him outside, and he runs out of bounds. So the clock stops with 2:44. Ball's at the 40, so it's a gain of 1 for Roach.
And I really don't know what, Columbus's coaching staff is looking for, because
I don't know what's in the water in Columbus. Fans, sidelines, they are asking for a lot of flags tonight.
Because Roach was running out of bounds and he got hit as he's going out. It's a legal hit.
2nd and 9 from the 40. It's Roche up the middle. He is hit hard at the 36 and tackled at the 34. It's a gain of 6. Timeout, West Salem.
Yep, it's Roach. He just got blasted by Baginski.
He was slow to get up, and we will have a timeout. West Salem stops the clock. 30 seconds. We'll be back for 3rd and 3 on ESPN La Crosse.
Hi, it's Chris Riggles with RE/MAX Results. With interest rates at their highest in over a decade, the housing market has become a lot more complex. Yet, homeowners are still selling their homes for the highest prices we've ever seen. If you're looking to sell or buy, give me a call or visit onalaskarealty.com. I'd be happy to explain the positives and negatives of the market and if it's the right time for you.
Visit onalaskarealty.com.
place to meet your family and friends before or after the game in downtown West Salem's Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill. They have made from scratch daily lunch specials. Find them on Facebook, Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, downtown West Salem.
Sounds awfully good.
Yeah, it does. We'll be too late to get back.
I know. By the time we get back, the only thing that's open is Quick Trip.
Make a stop at
I like KT.
At the Trip before.
Yeah, I like the Trip.
Make the drive back, the 2-hour drive, 2.5-hour drive. 3rd and 3. I mean, conventional wisdom, just give it to Roach twice, right?
That is conventional wisdom.
Or does Powers keep it himself on one of these? We'll see.
Powers has had a great night.
3rd and a long 3. Powers gives to Roach. Up the middle, he's got the first down and a lot more.
He's
Breaking
gone.
tackles to the 15, 10-5. Touchdown, Connor Roach.
Yep, as soon as he broke out of the corner there, you might as well forget about it. Because that's what Roach does. Just an off tackle left, good pull, good block by Syme on the outside. That's all it takes is that little seal, and then Roach and his speed does the rest. And the Salem season might be over.
Well, not the worst thing that he scored, right? You still got
Correct.
2.5 minutes. You have 2 timeouts. And the extra point is no good. So it stays a 14-point lead. A little glimmer of hope for the Panthers. We'll see if they can open that glimmer when we come back.
Do you own a business, or do you maybe manage a business? Talk with Sherry at Noble Insurance in Onalaska. Noble Insurance specializes in business insurance, from larger commercial firms to banks to contractors, or much smaller businesses with only a few employees. As for the rest of us, we could all use some help from time to time on home, auto, or even life insurance. From a new home to a new teen driver, or even operating a business, Sherry can help you. Noble Insurance, just up the hill, Main Street, Onalaska.
St. Joseph Equipment offers new and used farm equipment in Norwalk, Richland Center, and St. Joseph's Ridge, with inventory from popular brands such as Case IH, New Holland, Massey Ferguson, Kubota, and many more. Check them out at stjosephequipment.com. 34-20, Columbus in front after the Connor Roach 34-yard touchdown run. He's now over 2,000 yards for the season with that touchdown run.
Yeah, and I do like the play call on that play because you're thinking he's just going to go up the gut, and then they kind of transition it into just a strong power left. And Syme with a great block outside really set that up. And you saw the speed, Aaron. That's what he is.
Kick away by Pratt, caught at the 20, bobbled, ball loose on the ground. Panthers do pick it back up. And they get to the 28-yard line. So they've got 2:24 to score 2 touchdowns.
And they're going to have to move the ball like they did last time. You and I were just talking about that just briefly.
Riley Kaminsky in there on the tackle.
And we'll mark it at the 28 officially.
And see how deep that Columbus plays their secondary here in this situation. Might be looking at even a cover 4. And they're still playing a little higher up in the box than I thought that they would in this situation.
2 receivers right, 2 left. Or Baginski, who will look to pass. Pressure's on, rolls out right, still running, throws over towards the sideline and just threw it away incomplete.
Threw it to the fans. Who says you don't get action at a high school football game?
2:17 to go, 2nd and 10.
You know, honestly, he had an open receiver down the sideline if he's seen it. Must not have saw, I think it was Anderson down the field wide open.
Pressure from Roach at the end. Initial pressure came from Riley Kaminsky.
Yeah, Kaminsky almost unblocked on the inside that time.
Trips out to the right for the Panthers. Baginski will roll right. Still looking to throw, off balance. He's got his man, First down, making a move. Max Diegman breaking tackles down the sideline. Max Diegman is going to go. Touchdown, West Salem.
Wow, what a play by Diegman. What a individual effort by Max Diegman on that play. That was outstanding. I mean, look at this, Aaron. Nice jump cut inside. Thought he was going to get tackled there. Syme actually knocks out his own player on that play to try to tackle him. And Diegman just turns on the jets and heads to the end zone for a huge touchdown for the Panthers. And this is still a ball game here. They're not going quietly in the night, that's for sure.
Panthers will kick the extra point again, trying to make it a 7-point game with 2:01 remaining. Again, they have 2 timeouts. And Noel drills the extra point. 7-point game, 34-27, 2:01 to go. Panthers trying to work their way back in it on ESPN La Crosse.
Man, it is really coming down out there. You might want to slow down.
Hey, this is a 4-wheel drive. It can handle this downpour.
I told you to slow down.
Honey, are you okay?
I'm fine, but our vehicle sure is a mess.
No matter how it happens, for expert repair of your vehicle, there's just one place to go. Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem. Derek will deal with your insurance company, making repairing your vehicle simple, easy, and hassle-free. When this happens, the place to take your vehicle for expert body repair is Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem.
DriveUltra.org, you're in the driver's seat. Ultra Federal Credit Union giving you the information you need to make smart choices and get into the car you love. Ultra Federal Credit Union, it's where you belong. I'll see if the Panthers want onside kick again. See if Trevor Arns can redeem himself here. And it is an onside kick. It's drilled and out of bounds. Didn't quite get to the 50.
The kick goes out of bounds.
So even if the Panthers were there to recover, it was just shy. So the Panthers are going to need a stop here. 2:01. Ball will be right at about midfield for Columbus, who needs probably a first down to end it.
Yeah, I would say 1.
Now, if they get the first down on the first play, again, you're still in it if you're the Panthers, but logistically at that point you're in it, but not really. Ball will be put right at midfield. So you got to get to the 40 if you're Columbus, and you need to make sure Columbus doesn't get to the 40 if you're the Panthers. Again, they got 2 timeouts, so with 2 minutes left, if all goes perfectly, well, they're going to mark it at the 45 now because of a 5-yard penalty.
Right.
If all goes well for the Panthers, you can get the ball back with, we'll say, a minute left. And see what you can do. 2 fullbacks now for Columbus. And they will run it with Roach along the right side, and he's swung down at the 43-yard line, gain of 2, and a timeout, West Salem. 1:55 to go. 2nd and 8 coming up on ESPN La Crosse.
3-in-1 Construction, the name to remember for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. You see, 3-in-1 Construction specializes in 3 things: drywall, metal framing, and painting. If you have any one of those projects in mind, whether it be residential or commercial, call 3-in-1 Construction at 608-317-8615 or email Jared at 3in1construction.net. Contact 3-in-1 Construction for all of your drywall, metal framing, or painting projects. They're located next to the post office downtown West Salem.
Second and 8 at the 43 for Columbus coming up. How do you balance trying to punch the ball out, maybe trying to get a turnover versus also being a solid tackler?
And that's the hard part, right? Because you don't want to have a broken tackle lead to a big run. And Columbus won't score. They'll just down it, you know what I mean, and run the clock out, you would think, in this situation. but you got to get the ball back, right? So it's worth the risk in certain scenarios. I think a heavy traffic run would be perfect for this West Salem defense to do something and get the football back.
So 2 fullbacks for the Cardinals, just 1 wide receiver. It's on the near side right. And Roach in the pistol, as they have been for most of the game. And a false start. Columbus jumped. They tried to get the Panthers to jump for a free 5 yards. Instead, Columbus gave it away. 2 guys jumped.
Procedure penalty on the Cardinals will move it back.
So that glimmer of hope I mentioned about 5 minutes
Still
ago.
lingers.
Starting to open just a little bit more as it's 2nd and 13 now.
Yep, opening up like that smiley face light thing in the background that's creeping me out.
It very much looks like a smiley face.
It does. It's like that movie, man. I'm telling you. If you haven't seen Smile, that's a creepy movie. They made a sequel. I heard it's horrible.
Oh.
Just like most sequels are.
Pistol formation, 2 fullbacks to the left side of the line now for the Cardinals. And they'll take the snap and give it to Roach up the middle, and he's got a first down and a lot more room.
Yeah.
Roach sprinting to the end zone, touchdown Columbus. A 48-yard touchdown run for Connor Roach as he's piling it on here in the final minutes of the 4th quarter. And with 1:47 to go, it's back up to a 13-point lead.
Yep, and a good run, good blocking on the inside. Syme with a nice block. That's just elementary. I mean, when Roach is in the open field, you're not going to catch him. That he's just that good, and he's that quick. If you watched any tape on Columbus coming into this as a fan, the second he gets outside, you might as well just forget it. You're not catching him.
Pratt's extra point is good. 14-point lead once again with 1:47. Roach scoring kind of leaves the door open a little bit for the Panther.
I'm actually surprised he didn't go down.
I mean, the Panthers still have a timeout, so it wasn't over if he slides down.
What do we got here?
We got a stoppage and a flag for offsides on the Panthers. And Columbus is going to decline it. I mean, I guess they could go half the distance and try to go for 2.
I think they have to replay it, don't they?
I don't think they have to.
Oh, they're going to go for 2.
Well, Pratt's still out there.
No, he's still there, yep.
I guess they're making him redo it.
Yeah.
I would think you could decline it, but nope, they're going to move the ball up 1.5 yards and have Pratt kick it again. And Pratt knocks it through again. Talk about elementary. 41-27. I mean, we were just talking. Roach scoring, you know, we talk about a lot in like the NFL and saying guys going down. We saw Chris Brooks of the Packers do it. I mean, it gives the Panthers hope still. If you go down, it's pretty much over. I mean, now,
you still have
who
West
knows?
Salem. If West Salem scores again quickly, they're still in the football
they
game.
can get an onside kick.
Yeah.
And, I mean, interesting.
They still
That's
have a
all.
timeout,
Yeah.
you know, I mean.
Now, the thing is, if West Salem does end up scoring and having to kick off, they will have to recover the onside kick.
Correct.
Not enough time with your only 1 timeout now to hold them on 3 downs, but.
Yeah, I guess I don't know why he just didn't go down. You know, at that point, you could just seal the deal with a couple kneel downs and just let it go. Let West Salem burn their last time out and just call it quits at that point. But now West Salem has a chance to, again, quickly go down the field and strike, and they've done it on the last 2 possessions.
Well, Roach was held in check for the most part all night long, and his last 4 runs have gone for 90 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he's opening up. He's got about 175, 180 yards, if I had to guess, just off the top of my head. But
what a difference 79 makes, huh?
Yeah, right. Sawyer Brennigan leaves, and all of a sudden you're running for 25 yards a carry nearly. Ball is squibbed on the ground, picked up by Diegman at the
Look out
6-yard line. He's going to return. Makes one man miss and is tackled down at the 22-yard line.
He didn't really run with the wedge that time. He kind of went opposite of the wedge.
So the Panthers got to go 78 yards, get an onside kick, go another 50-ish yards in 1:41 with one timeout in order to extend this ball game.
It's a tall task, but you never know, right?
Well, they scored in 15 seconds last drive,
right?
On the Diegman 71-yard catch and run.
Unless it's on Alaska and Toma, then I usually know. That's a little different. I'm sorry.
Trips out to the right. Baginski now under pressure, rolls out right, and he's just going to run.
Sidelines.
Tackled from behind. He couldn't get out of bounds. He'll be shy of the 30 at the 29. Gain of 7. Clock's moving.
Second down.
You got to get on the ball.
4. Maybe long 3.
Got to get set. Good job by
they're going to run a play. 1:20 to go and clock ticking. Baginski looking to throw right. Now rolling right. Pressure's on again. Still rolling. Throws out of bounds. Just threw it away.
Now Columbus dialing up some more pressure now.
3rd and 3.
Yeah, West
3rd and
Salem's
4.
O-line has done a good job tonight overall. They really have. Because I don't believe Wyatt Graffin has a sack tonight. I think he has 1 tackle for loss, but he hasn't really been a factor in this game.
He's got a few pressures in the last few drives as the Panthers are in like pass-only mode.
Well, sure, I mean, he's going to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, but overall, they've done a great job.
2 receivers right, 2 left on this 3rd
really
down and
deep
4.
Safety now.
Baginski pressured again, moving around in the pocket, breaks away. Still looking, now he's going to take off and run. A lot of room, and he's going to run out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, great decision that time by Luke.
First down, Panthers.
Just take what the defense gives you. Don't throw into that coverage. He had Pontius over the middle. However, he had more open field.
I'm going to mark him at the 43. Not a great spot, I would say, but
yeah,
a 14-yard run.
I thought it was a little further up the field, but again, we're we're
far away.
Still looking at where second base would be normally, and it's hard to tell. I mean, you couldn't tell if you stole from first to home.
1st and 10 at the 43, 60 seconds exactly. Panthers down by 14.
Safety blitz.
Baginski off his back foot, throwing down the middle. Anderson's there, but it's intercepted by Axel Allen. Kneels down at the 36, and that will do it.
Yep, and that's exactly what they were planning for with Axel back there, is something in that area. I would have probably tried to throw it over here on the right-hand side where he wasn't kind of roaming the field. But again, it still a really well-fought in defeat. The Panthers did not go away crying in the night, that's for sure.
Well, really impossible to believe this is a level 2 game.
Right. Honestly, this should be a level 4, a level 3, or even a final. If you're looking at it from our point of view, kind of disappointing we couldn't get this matchup later in the year, because honestly now it's really, unless Aquinas loses the Lodi tonight, which we don't know the score of that game as of yet, Columbus and Aquinas could be back on round 2 here in a couple weeks here. Or even next week, actually, wouldn't it be? Which, a level 3 game with those two? Really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who thought of that? Oh, that's right, IBM did.
Looking for an Aquinas score. Don't want to spell the Festival Foods post-game show, but
I'm going to let John do his thing. I'm interested to see it.
And after 2 kneel downs by quarterback Peyton Powers, Columbus will advance to level 3 next week against the winner of Aquinas and Lodi. The Panthers with a really, really good team, really good season, but it comes a couple levels too early, especially with this matchup coming in level 2. 41-27 our final score. We'll get to our Kevin Carlson Agency Player of the Game. We're going to do What'd you do, Peyton Powers?
I don't know. Roach had
or
a couple.
Did we go to Roach
I
at
think
the
we
end?
got to go to Roach now because those
All right.
huge runs kind of separated the pack.
All right, we'll talk to Connor Roach, our Kevin Carlson Agency Player of the Game for business, life, home, and auto insurance. Contact Kevin Carlson in Holman. 41-27 final score from Columbus. We'll get you stats, Scotty Stotts, Player of the Game, and off the Festival Foods postgame show on ESPN La Crosse.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Cooley region since 1983.
Dad has always taught to us service, satisfaction. The customer is always right.
If our drivers create the mess, they know enough that they clean it up. Our container lids are always shut, containers are always in a neat, orderly fashion, and we take pride in that.
We feel that's our customer. It's our waste. It's our container. It's got to get done. We can do whatever we can to make that happen.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Cooley region.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill in downtown West Salem. It's the place to meet your friends before and after sporting events.
Dave Hunt here. We pride ourselves on being a family establishment. Hunter's Last Chance is a place you can bring the whole family before the game, after the game, or anytime. Enjoy our delicious burgers, sandwiches, and pizzas.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, downtown West Salem. Stop in for their made-from-scratch daily lunch specials. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, serving up the best burgers around downtown West Salem.
Welcome back here to Columbus. 41-27 win for Columbus in Level 2 over West Salem. Video of our high school football game of the week streams live on the ESPN La Crosse app, ESPNLacrosse.com, and on the ESPN La Crosse YouTube channel. It's brought to you by Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Union State Bank, 120 years of financial strength. Happy to sponsor our game of the week live video stream. The Panthers put up a fight. This is more like a level 4 game than a level 2 game, but level 2 games count the same as level 4 games in terms of win and loss, and the Panthers season comes to an end. You'll hear from John Papadopoulos in a little bit for our Festival Foods postgame show. We do have some teams, at least one team advancing. I'll give you a hint. It's multiple teams advancing to level 2. We'll get you all the scores in just a little bit. We'll get you to our Kevin Carlson Agency Player of the Game. That is Connor Roach. For home, auto, life, and business insurance, contact Kevin Carlson in Holman.
Yeah, I mean, what a game overall to start. I really thought that West Salem, after the first quarter, was maybe going to go up 2 scores and, put Columbus in a predicament that they don't see very often, trying to come back, as a running team being down 2 scores. But the turnover by, Baginski in the red zone, and then it all just kind of changed. And, there's a lot of what ifs, I think, if you're a fan of the Panthers and/or high school football watching this game, with some of the, drop passes, the slips in the end zone, maybe losing the ball in the lights a little bit, But here's the thing: Columbus didn't turn the ball over at all, and they just, again, undefeated team, number 1 ranked in Division 4 for a reason, and more than likely, having a heavyweight battle coming up here next week. We won't divulge all the situations yet because we don't know anything officially. However, it looks like it's probably going to be round 2 with Columbus and Aquinas if everything pans out the way that we're seeing it right now, Aaron. And you got to give credit where credit's due, though, for Coach Olson and this Panther team. They were down by 2 scores, and they wouldn't just go quietly into the night. They just kept making big plays and staying in it. And in the end, it's the ground and pound of the Cardinals that they've done it to everybody all year long. And in the end, they just do it again. And Connor Roach is as advertised. If he gets outside you're not catching the guy. That's pretty much where it's at. Inside the tackles, if you can stop him there, you can beat Columbus. But if he starts getting outside, and it kind of progressively happened after Sawyer Brennigan went out, that the Cardinals recognized that there was an advantage there, and they really just went into that area a little bit more often with the football, and tells you how important Big 79 was to this Panthers defense overall, Aaron. Pretty impressive.
It was. This Columbus team is for real. I mean, especially when they get Connor Roach going. Now, obviously, when Sawyer Brennigan left early in that fourth quarter, it made a world of difference.
Right, and to kind of go off of that comment, yeah, they're for real, but so is West Salem. And I think West Salem had a couple things didn't go their way tonight, and it came back to haunt them in the end. And I know it's the day after Halloween. You don't want to talk about haunting and all that stuff too much because it's kind of awkward, but I mean, it's the truth. I mean, a couple things didn't go their way, and they couldn't come back from it, and Columbus just took advantage of a situation that they knew that, you know, at that point of the game with Sawyer Brennigan out, that was a you know, a little bit of an advantage in that area that they could exploit, and that's what they did. And kudos to the coaching staff for the Cardinals. But again, I want to give Ryan Olson all the credit in the world. He did a fantastic job this season. That entire coaching staff for West Salem did a great job this year. This was a fun team to watch all season long. You know, I really thought they had a really, really not just a puncher's chance, but I thought Buster Douglas, and not even that big of an upset if you look at it, if they would have won. I mean, honestly, just a couple things go the opposite direction, and you're talking the Panthers eked this one out by maybe a touchdown. You know, and
it was early on in the game,
yeah,
first half stuff that went different.
Everything, if those things go the opposite way, I think it's a different ball game in the second half, and I think with Salem, they could have ran away with it, honestly.
And we'd be remiss not to say Drew McConkey left the game after the first possession, and it was a little bit different. It was trying to get back to last year's.
You could tell the chemistry wasn't, you know, what it was, and it's hard to watch, you know, from a fan standpoint, because we're both fans. You watch it, you've seen what they've done all year. It was hard to watch in that aspect, but they still played well.
Will your furnace make it through another heating season? Now's the time to upgrade to an Armstrong air system from Rish Heating and Air Conditioning in West Salem. Call them at 786-2676. Take a break. We'll get to our Kevin Carlson Agency Player of the Game, Connor Roach, when we come back on ESPN La Crosse.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill in downtown West Salem. It's the place to meet your friends before and after sporting events.
Dave Hunt here. We pride ourselves on being a family establishment. Hunter's Last Chance is a place you can bring the whole family before the game, after the game, or anytime. Enjoy our delicious burgers, sandwiches, and pizzas.
Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, downtown West Salem. Stop in for their made-from-scratch daily lunch specials. Hunter's Last Chance Bar and Grill, serving up the best burgers around downtown West Salem.
Hey, it's Trevor from North Country Steak Buffet. We understand the picky eaters and the dreaded what's for dinner questions. Kids want pizza, mom wants salad, dad wants steak. Wednesday nights, we have all that, plus 3 wing flavors, Caribbean jerk, Frank's Red Hot, and even garlic parmesan for those with a mild taste bud. We also have white rice and a phenomenal beef and broccoli made by yours truly. Your kids will love the variety, and so will you. See all our menus at northcountrysteakbuffet.com, 2526 Rose Street, La Crosse.
Hi, it's Chris Riggles with RE/MAX Results. With interest rates at their highest in over a decade, the housing market has become a lot more complex. Yet, homeowners are still selling their homes for the highest prices we've ever seen. If you're looking to sell or buy, give me a call or visit onalaskarealty.com. I'd be happy to explain the positives and negatives of the market and if it's the right time for you.
Visit onalaskarealty.com.
Welcome back into our Kevin Carlson Player of the Game here with Connor Roach of the Columbus Cardinals. Connor, you went over 2,000 yards in this game. You got some big runs late in the game, a couple of touchdown scores. What was it about just the way that you guys grinded it out towards the end of the game that you found some holes to run through?
You know, I got to give credit to my linemen. You know, they really stepped it up. They did a great job all game. You know, it was a little rough towards the start, but, you know, we picked it up. And linemen did a great job, so I got to give all the credit to them. opened up the holes great and just kept doing our job. We stuck it out to the end and came out with a victory tonight.
That's the thing about your team is you guys know what you do well, and you're going to keep doing it even if you get slowed down early on. It wasn't, bad early on. It wasn't your best early on, but, you guys know if you keep pushing and pushing and pushing, eventually teams are going to wear down on defense.
Yeah, for sure. Our practices, they're up high tempo, so that's what really helps us out a lot. Our high tempo practice just keeps us rolling. Wear the other team out. And just keep on grinding, wear the other team out, and yeah.
Are you feeling okay body wise? I know you were in and out of the lineup early on in the first half. Was that a cramp at the end of the game? How's the body feeling after a heavy workload?
I'm a little sore. Yeah, it was a cramp. Yeah, happens quite a bit, but just gotta stick through it. Massage gun, pickle juice, bananas. Whatever you gotta do to just keep it down. So, yeah, we pushed through, and yeah.
A lot has been made about. I'm sure throughout the season with you guys, and if you're being asked about it, kind of waiting in the wings, waiting behind a really good running back, waiting for your chance, and now you're getting that chance, and you're doing it really well. As I mentioned, over 2,000 yards, you guys advancing to level 3. What about self and the self-confidence you have, and the thoughts on stepping up in your role this year?
Yeah, so I learned a lot from the running back Mass Colton Burnell. He taught me a lot, how to be a good leader, how to step it up, and that's what really helped me to this year, and I'm pretty confident, on moving on to the next game and hopefully making it to state.
In that next game, you're going to take on Aquinas. They beat Lodi here tonight, a team that you guys saw earlier on this year. You beat them 20-16, 3-time defending state champion. You guys are obviously trying to get back to state. You're going to have to go through them. What about that Aquinas team that you remember about that game way back in week 2?
So, our DB's got to stay locked in. As long as our defense is good, we're good. We're pretty confident, but, we obviously they're a very tough opponent, very disciplined team, so we got to be just as disciplined and hopefully take a victory there too.
Do you remember anything specific about that Aquinas team where in that game where you're kind of like, oh, wow, like that, maybe that surprised me, or wow, they did that really well, or something that maybe you remember that, hey, that might be something that we need to fix going into next week?
Yeah, for sure. So their passing game was great. So, like I said, our DBs and linebackers, our coverage steps it up. We're great. I think our DBs are still great. A few things to fix. Every week we obviously get better. I think we got better this week. So I think we'll be good, just stay confident and keep on rolling.
Connor Roach, our Kevin Carlson Agency player of the game, 27 carries, 191 yards, 3 touchdowns, had a couple catches for 9 yards as well. He went over 2,000 yards for the season here tonight. Connor, congrats on the big win, and good luck next week.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Connor Roach, our player of the game. We'll take a break. We'll be right back here on ESPN La Crosse.
Hi, it's Chris Riggles with RE/MAX Results. With interest rates at their highest in over a decade, the housing market has become a lot more complex. Yet, homeowners are still selling their homes for the highest prices we've ever seen. If you're looking to sell or buy, give me a call or visit onalaskarealty.com. I'd be happy to explain the positives and negatives of the market and if it's the right time for you.
Visit onalaskarealty.com.
Don't let banking be stressful. Union State Bank is a family-owned bank at the forefront of technology. Our mobile app lets you manage your finances on your time. Deposit a check, pay bills, manage your debit card, transfer funds, and receive real-time alerts. We bring banking to the palm of your hand so you can easily track your account wherever life takes you. At one of our locations or on the go, Union State Bank puts you first. Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
As we get deeper into fall, it's a great time to head to Ace of Holman. Right now, a full line of both steel and Ego leaf blowers, both battery and gas leaf blowers. And while we might not want to admit it, don't wait for the snow to fly this winter. It's coming. Get your snowblower tuned up right now and ready at Ace of Holman, located on Holman Drive.
Man, it is really coming down out there. You might want to slow down.
Hey, this is a four-wheel drive. It can handle this downpour.
I told you to slow down.
Honey, are you okay?
I'm fine, but our vehicle sure is a mess.
No matter how it happens, for expert repair of your vehicle, there's just one place to go. Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem. Derek will deal with your insurance company, making repairing your vehicle simple, easy, and hassle-free. When this happens, the place to take your vehicle for expert body repair is Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem.
At Ultra, we believe in financial health and that good habits start early. Learning how to save and spend responsibly can make a big difference in a child's life and yours. Give your child the independence they want with Ultra's Live Your Life Spend account. It's a free account designed for money-savvy teens and young adults with all the extra features you'll love. No minimum balance and no monthly fees. Free online and mobile banking, plus cashback debit card rewards. Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
It's finally here. Football. The fall season. Last-minute projects before winter. And Bobcat of the Coulee region has the equipment you need to get it done. Skid steers, mini excavators, compact tractors, or whatever else you might need for your to-do list this fall. Let Bobcat of the Coulee region help you master that list with Bobcat's industry-leading equipment. As you dig into your project, stop at Bobcat of the Coulee region or bobcatofthecouleeregion.com.
Crossroads Ice Cream Parlor is proud to be an official game day sponsor of Coulee Region Sports. Every Friday, present your student ID and get $2 off every single item on our menu. Turn our $3 Kid Scoop into a $1 Kid Scoop when you present your student ID. Celebrate the football season with us at Crossroads Ice Cream Parlor, and let's start a tradition where the fun never stops.
Welcome back to Columbus High School. We'll get you some stats in just a couple of minutes. 41-27 final score. The Cardinals beat West Salem. They advance to play Aquinas next week. Scotty, a little thoughts on that game next week. 2016 back in week 2. Columbus with a late touchdown in the fourth quarter to win it.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what Aquinas learned from that last game because, you know, I think they're playing their best football right now, the Blue Golds, and they proved that tonight. Beating Lodi, and I know John will have more information, so I don't want to steal that away from him. But that's an impressive win. 2 former state champions going at it, and Aquinas to win like they did tonight. And it was later in the game where they pulled away, but still pretty impressive. And I'll be honest with you, Aaron, I know Columbus won tonight, but I thought West Salem was a couple things go differently like we discussed, and West Salem might come out with a victory here this evening. They really shut Columbus down for most of the game on the run. It wasn't until Brennigan went out that Columbus took over. So I really think Aquinas has a really good opportunity to make it and go for that four-peat, which is very elusive. I believe only 2 other teams have done that in state history. So they have a really good chance to do that. I would favor Aquinas next week if it was me. It's going to be in a neutral site, probably in our area of the state would be my guess. And I do think that Aquinas, the way they're playing right now with Kyle White now being unleashed and Thornton and all the weapons that he has, I really don't think Columbus can stop all that if Aquinas comes and plays their A game. But who knows? Stranger things have happened. And if I was to prognosticate that game, I would say Aquinas would be the favorite going in.
Take a quick look at some stats here. Tonight, Luke Baginski threw for 196 yards on just 6 completions, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He ran 23 times for 147 and 2 touchdowns. So that means he had 243 total, or rather 343 total yards and 4 touchdowns. For the Columbus Cardinals. Peyton Powers was 6 of 10 throwing for 116 yards and a score. He also had 9 carries for 91 yards and a score. The big runner for Columbus, our Kevin Carlson Agency Player of the Game, Connor Roach, 27 for 197 and 3 scores in the game. Jordan Mabry had a 68-yard touchdown catch for the Cardinals. Carter Pontius, 5 for 125 and a touchdown, and Max Diegman had a 71-yard score as well. Columbus had 458 total yards, 342 on the ground.
A lot of that, though, was fourth quarter.
Yep, a lot of them late in the game. West Salem had 376 yards total and 149 on the ground, 227 through the air. The difference, 2 interceptions from the Panthers, and that's a 2-touchdown game.
I'd also say 2 drop touchdowns in the end zone.
Yep, that too. Your one-stop shop for award-winning burgers and an ice cream selection of 24 flavors. Come and find us in the Timbers Building, 426 2nd Avenue South in Onalaska. Prescription Center Pharmacy, located in the same building as West Salem Health Mart Pharmacy on Highway 16. This compounding pharmacy able to create medications specifically for you, your family, and your pets. Call 608-788-4500. One more quick break. We'll wrap things up when we come back.
Crossroads Ice Cream Parlor is proud to be an official game day sponsor of Cooley Region Sports. Every Friday, present your student ID and get $2 off every single item on our menu. Turn our $3 Kid Scoop into a $1 Kid Scoop when you present your student ID. Celebrate the football season with us at Crossroads Ice Cream Parlor, and let's start a tradition where the fun never stops.
G&T Heating and Air Conditioning customers have a way with words.
Jeff and I decided to build our own house, and it was really important for us to choose subcontractors that were trustworthy and reliable and work with our schedule to get the job done in a timely manner.
We went with G&T because they're a local family-owned business. They have a great reputation, and we knew they'd get the job done.
Whenever I get asked who I would recommend for an HVAC specialist, hands down, I always recommend G&T.
3 things that come to my mind with G&T is they have quality work, great communication, and reasonable prices.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Cooley region since 1983.
Dad has always taught to us service, satisfaction. The customer is always right.
If our drivers create the mess, they know enough that they clean it up. Our container lids are always shut, containers are always in a neat, orderly fashion, and we take pride in that.
We feel that's our customer. It's our waste. It's our container. It's got to get done. We can do whatever we can to make that happen.
Hilltopper Refuse and Recycling Service, serving the Cooley region.
Car accidents happen. Adrenaline Auto Body of West Salem knows you want it fixed fast, you want it fixed right. They deal with insurance. Get your car back on time. Adrenaline Auto Body, 481 West Avenue North, West Salem. That'll do it for us here tonight. 41-27. Columbus advances past West Salem in Level 2. Next week in Level 3, they will play Aquinas. So another Cooley area team. That's a spoiler alert for the Festival Foods post-game show coming up. 2 area teams advanced. Figure out who the other one is next. John Papadopoulos, back to you in the studio.